just do what you love. Live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of. It's what you're dreaming of. What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live, what we say, it's stamping up and it's our way to love, live and share it today. What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. 30 years of inspiration and love. How we live, what we say, it's stamping up and it's our way to love, live and share it today. Gonna love and live and share it today. We're gonna love, live and share it today. We're gonna love, live and share it today.
Sometimes it can feel so difficult to catch hold of the inspirational, yeah. But it can be so simple. Love what you do, share what you love. Nobody said there was a secret formula. You know it's so simple, and it's your time to shine. Be who you wanna be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. Look inside and be in all you can be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy, easy. So take a little look inside yourself. What you'll find there's like no one else. Discover new abilities. Embrace your creativity. 'Cause it's your time to shine. Be who you wanna be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. Look inside and be in all you can be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy, easy. Back when you could be anything, so we gotta build a dream. Young enough to wanna take a chance. There's no difference between now and then, it's still within your reach. It's your time to shine. Who you wanna be. Beginning, the rest is easy. Beginning, the rest is easy. Look inside and believe in all that you can be. Beginning, the rest is easy. 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 Look inside and believe. You don't have to worry about me. You don't have to worry about easy. Beginning, the rest is easy. The rest is easy. Who you wanna be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. Sometimes the hardest part is starting. All you can be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. Rest is easy. Be who you wanna be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. So what do you wanna be? Look inside and you can see. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy.
Hello everybody! Welcome to our first ever Craft and Create. We are so excited that you are here. Oh my goodness, we've been waiting all week for this. My name is Lauren. I am on the social media team. You probably see me in some of our videos over the last couple weeks. I have been with Stampin' Up! For the last 4 years, and I've been able to work with one of my favorite people ever, Cindy.
Well, hi everybody, my name is Cindy. I am a senior concept artist and I have been with Stampin' Up! For almost 8 years now.
Amazing. Fantastic. Well, you guys, today we are kicking off National Scrapbooking Day, which is tomorrow, to be clear, but we're kicking it off today. So how did we come up with Craft and Create?
Okay, so Lauren, you were talking about in our social media team meeting that we were wanting to do a big event for National Scrapbooking Day. And Lauren said that she was going to Paris.
Yes.
And we thought, wouldn't that be fun to come along and build a workshop kit together, create a whole album for you by the end of the day, and just do all of her scrapbooking for her.
Exactly.
Hey, let's take a minute and say hi to some people.
I love that.
Oh, let's see. I've got Danielle. Hi, Susan. I know Pamela. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Sue. We're going to say hi to Dale. Can you see anybody?
Let's see.
Wow, look at everybody's coming in.
Hi,
This is
Sylvia.
awesome. Love this.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we love seeing your comments come in. We're so glad you're with us.
Yeah, so if you want to, please tell us who you are and where you're from. We want to see globally. We've seen some people from North Ireland to Germany to
I saw in Australia. Oh, it's amazing.
This is amazing.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
this.
I know.
Is great.
Thanks for being here with us. We are already having so much fun.
So let's get back to what we were talking about.
Yep.
All right. So we went through the scrapbooking workshop kit and we picked the Wildflower Celebration scrapbooking workshop kit.
Yep.
We're going to take it to beyond the birthday and give you lots of tips and tricks on how you can turn a scrapbooking kit into anything that you want for your traveling or for your special capturing your moments.
Exactly. It's very versatile.
Very.
Exactly. So we are, I am a total scrapbook beginner. Cindy is our resident scrapbook expert. So we kind of have across the board everyone on the scrapbooking journey. We've got all the pieces in place.
Yes.
So hopefully I know you will get something out of today. Cindy's going to be kind of instructing me as we go through this kit, and we're going to have lots of tips and tricks along the way.
Yes, we will.
So here's what our agenda is going to be for the day, okay? We are going to go through 3 sections. So our first section is going to be a craft with us. We are crafting with the Wildflower Celebrations Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. Okay, so if you have this kit, you guys, we want you to grab your kit, a paper trimmer, and some adhesive. Okay, if you do not have your kit, do not worry about it, okay? You are going to learn so much from today. I mean, if you want, grab the products you have, our Stampin' Up! Products. If you have something, craft with us, or just sit back and relax and learn. I promise you're going to learn a lot from today. So we're so excited to tell you all we've got.
And then we're going to take a 5-minute break, and when we come back, we'll be doing the second section.
Yeah.
So this is where we're going to take our scrapbooking from scratch products, which are the Wildflower Birthday Specialty Designer Series paper and sticker sheet, as well as the Wildflower Celebrations 2-tone cardstock pack, and finally the Wildflower Celebrations stamp set, and the Blueberry Bushel ink. We're only going to use one ink with this kit and keep it really simple. And then I'm going to share with you how to do some templates using the workshop kit templates and making another whole 6 pages.
I love that.
We'll take another 5-minute break, and then we'll be back with some more ideas about how to crop your photos.
Yeah.
We'll be going over how to do titling with some different products, as well as how to do some journaling. Then we'll take another 5-minute break, and we have so much planned. Lauren, tell us a little bit more.
Okay, you guys, just a quick note for our friends on Instagram. Hi, we are so happy that you're here and that we are live on Instagram with us. We just want to give a note that Meta may end our broadcast after an hour on Instagram. Okay, so do not worry. If this happens, we will be back. So just refresh your profile and click on the link to come back in, okay? And just remember, we are live, okay? We are so excited to be live in this live event, but that means there's no going backwards. Once you're in our live event, you cannot rewind. I believe you can pause, but we can't go back. No. So pop in and out as you need to. We're gonna be here all day, okay? And we hope you're here with us the whole time, but we understand everyone has a life. So if you pop in and out, no big deal. The replay will be available on YouTube just shortly after our broadcast, so you can access it there, and then on Facebook for 30 days.
Of course, be sure to be commenting. Abby and Sid, say hi everybody to Abby and Sid, are behind the scenes watching the comments and will host random drawings during the live to win some products that we're using today. You'll be asking questions throughout the live, which will be your entry to the giveaway. So you want to make sure that you stick around to claim your prize too.
Absolutely. And you guys, we absolutely love Sid and Abby. We wouldn't be able to do this without them. So we see your comments, but they also see your comments and they can throw things back to us, questions or comments that you have. So please hit up the chat in the comment section. We can't wait to hear what you're saying.
And guess what? There's a special promotion going on right now for 2 days only. If you're watching the live, be sure to take advantage of. We're so excited to celebrate National Scrapbooking Day with the crafting community around the world. For 2 days only, May 2nd and May 3rd, we're offering 2-time rewards on all purchases.
Yay!
What a better way to celebrate one of our favorite crafting holidays. And the best part, this offer applies to all products, not just scrapbooking items. That's amazing. Woo! And if you don't know what our Scrapbooking Rewards is, it's our brand new rewards program. If you're a customer, you'll need to opt into this program, but I would first ask your demonstrator all about it. We'll pop a link into the chat so you can check it out as well.
Amazing. Thank you, Cindy. Should we check our comments one more time before we get started?
Wow, there's so many people on here.
I just have Connie from Florida, Michelle from the UK.
Putting together the Meant to Be page. Oh, yeah, somebody else is doing something different and just crafting along.
I love that.
Howdy from Texas.
Hey.
Double rewards is love party. This is a cool live. Oh, good. We're so glad that you're here and you're joining us.
Oh.
All right. Are you ready to get started?
I am so ready to get started.
Okay. Well, we're going to begin first with making the workshop kit. And what you'll need is the kit itself.
Okay.
You're going to need a paper trimmer.
Yep.
You're going to need some kind of adhesive. You're going to want to have some kind of scissors. These are the paper snips that we sell at Stampin' Up. These are the best scissors.
Yeah, they are.
You're going to need, just on the side, you're going to need a pencil, and then you're also going to need a ruler. Okay? Let's go ahead and let's move this to the side, and let's open up this fun kit and get started.
Okay.
Now, Lauren, have you ever seen this kit before?
No.
Okay, here we go. We're going to get started. Let's give a little bit about what a scrap workshop kit is.
Yeah.
So, again, full instructions.
That's huge.
Which is great for a beginner scrapper. And if you want to be able to follow along, this is giving you all complete dimensions to cut,
That's
as
huge.
well as placement, as well as finishing tips. And also, in every one of our scrapbooking workshop kits, we include some kind of technique. And so with this technique, it is going to be doing some kind of flagging, or what we call dovetail. And so everyone, and now I'm going to show you exactly what that means. I see that. Lauren already going, what is that?
I know, I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I just want to slow you down and reiterate. So you're saying that there is a technique in the instructions of these scrapbook workshopping kits.
Yep, and it can be optional, but you also can do it. And it just adds a little bit more to the design and style. It kind of gives everybody a little freedom to be creative in their own way.
I love that.
Okay, so then the next piece you have is a sticker sheet.
Yep.
And then we've got some die cut pieces here, as well as these beautiful die cut pieces as well. And what I mean by die cuts, they're not sticker. They you'll have to apply adhesive on them.
Yeah.
And then we have some of our wonderful willow white. So this is 4 sheets of the willow white here. And then we have our two-tone cardstock. So here is peach pie. And what we mean by two-tone is that it's 2 colors. And when you flip them over,
I love that.
It's a different color. So if you're looking at, this is peach pie. This is the full true shade of peach pie.
Okay.
But when we flip it onto the other side, it is actually the lighter shade of the same color.
Nice. So it's versatile.
It's very versatile.
Okay.
And if you're like, oh, this is too dark and you want to use the lighter, that's a perfect option to use.
Perfect.
All right. We also have the Pretty in Pink.
My favorite.
Beautiful.
You know that.
So we have the two-tone, 2 of them in Pretty in Pink.
Perfect.
We also have some special custom pages patterns that are made specifically for these designer kits, and that's these two right here. How fun are these?
That
with
is
the blue?
so fun.
So this is a little bit of like a blueberry bushel, and it's a very light tone.
Yeah.
And then we've got, this is the pool party in a little bit more deeper tone. And then we've got this paper that is kind of connected to the suite that we actually sell. And I know you and I, we both love a gingham.
Let's go gingham. And gingham is so in right now, which is fabulous for all of us.
Love it. And so we've got a little dotted texture as well as the gingham. And then on this side, we've got kind of like a cake swirl, a lined cake swirl.
So girly.
And
I love it.
these beautiful flowers.
Yeah.
Just so pretty. And then we have the cake page. I think Lauren loved this one.
That is unreal. I love that.
And then we've got this really cute stripe that has like this, the green and the pink, which is very trending right now, pink and green. And then of course we also have some of our placeholders. So we've got a 4x6 placeholders. We've got 4x4, and these kind of just help you to know where you're going to put your photos.
Yeah.
But also helps you to kind of prepare what you want to do.
It's perfect because as a novice scrapbooker, I'm thinking, I have 4x6 photos, and I'd be thinking I'd only be able to use the 4x6s. So that already kind of gets my mind jogged to the layouts we could use.
Right, and we're going to share with you how to do some cropping without even having your photos printed in 3x4.
I love that.
Of course, we have a packer one, so we don't want to use this, so let's leave that over to the side, and let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to first, if you're following along, I want you to take these 3 sheets, which are your sticker sheet and your die cuts, and let's leave those to the side because we're not going to deal with those right now. We're going to actually start doing some of the cutting. So let's start first. I am going to show Lauren first how to do the first 2 pages, and then I'm going to have Lauren take over and finish all of the paper cutting.
Okay.
All right, so in the very beginning, I want you to look at this. Lauren, let's give a little close out to how this is organized.
Let's do it.
So moving it over there. Perfect. So you can see on the top, it tells you kind of where you want to start. So the gray is the cutting parts. The whites are your extra pieces. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that this is also showing your pattern paper. You can see the patterns paper. It tells you the direction of you need to have the paper as you're cutting it, which is super great.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a, look twice, cut once.
Yes.
Is how I say it?
Yes.
And so we're going to
actually,
we're actually going to follow the scissors first. So we're going to cut the measurement.
Okay.
So the 7 by the 10.5. So the 7 is the width and the 10.5 is the length.
Okay.
And then you're going to cut that first cut all the way down. So even when you see the little dotted lines, that means you cut all the way through.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll start, as we're cutting these, we're going to take a pencil and we're going to mark on the back what they're numbered. So you can see how it says 1L, 1C.
Yes. So once I cut them, label them with the pencil.
Yes.
Okay.
On the back side so you don't see the pencil mark.
Okay.
And then we're going to start to stack them into piles. Now the way that this is done is you've got a 1, a 2, and a 3 spread.
Okay.
So if it's 1, it'll be in pile 1, and if it's 2, it's pile 2.
Okay.
All right, so let's get started.
Okay.
Everybody ready? So I'm going to grab my trimmer.
Yep.
I know a lot of people do trimming differently, like they use it this way, or some people will trim it and do it this way. For me, I feel like this is easier for me. What do you think? Just having the bar up on the top?
Yeah, I think so too. I'm going off of whatever you're doing. Whatever way you're doing is the way I'm doing it.
Okay, so Lauren, let's take a look at our first sheet.
Okay.
Now the stripes are going, it's
So
this
we're taking
pattern.
our stripes, okay.
So we're going to take our stripes this way, but we're going to actually see the front and then it says back.
Yes.
We're going to flip it over.
Oh, I
So
wouldn't
we
have caught
have,
that.
so you want to make sure that you're looking on the
On
front.
the front and the back
Yeah.
too, because
So it's giving you the idea. So you says its front is the cupcakes and then stripe is that. So we're going to cut it at what we said.
7 by 10.5.
All right, so 7. So we're going to go over to 7 inches. If you're following along, this is the most tedious part of it for sure. And then we're going to cut it at 10.5.
And I'm watching you like a hawk, so
Yep.
hopefully I smell nice. I don't know. I'm really close to Cindy.
All right, so Lauren, on this first one, we're going to take this, turn it over, and on the top corner, we're going to label it with that number.
1L is what I'm seeing.
Yes.
You got that? Okay.
Yep. And then we're going to put it right here in front of us as a 1 pile.
Okay.
All right, now this piece, which is the bottom half of that smaller section, we're going to cut that. Now, what is the length of that?
5 1/4 by 1 1/4.
So we're going to do 5 1/4. This is a little extra, and I'm going to leave a little pile over
Ooh,
here.
our scraps.
Never
Okay.
get rid of scraps.
I love that.
You will always be able to use them.
Okay.
And then on this side, we're going to be 1 1/4.
1 1/4.
1 1/4. So right there. And now we have our second piece. So Lauren, what we're going to number that one?
We're going to number this 1G.
Okay. We have any comments or anybody saying anything yet, Sid? Ab?
You go first. We got some people crafting along with us.
Oh,
Mary's
yay!
crafting with us on YouTube. Mary's sharing with her crafty friends. We saw some comments. Some people are doing scrapbooking retreats this weekend, and they're joining us, which is so fun.
Yay!
We
that
have
is
groups.
so exciting.
We
Oh my
have
gosh,
groups of
this would be
18
so
or 20.
great for them to replay tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Love it. Okay, crafting along with us. I am. Yay, this is great. Okay, so Lauren, let's look at our next cut.
This is, by the way, can I just say, like, thank God for you and thank God for this step-by-step. I don't know about any of the other people watching, but like the numbers part is what kind of hurts my brain as a creative.
Yes.
So this is so helpful.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay, 1C is what I'm looking at. And
Yep.
we've got a 3 inch by 10.5.
Okay, so we're gonna cut the first, we're gonna cut the 3. This
Okay.
is the white one, so we're gonna just leave that to the side into our scrap pile. I'm gonna have a nice little pile over here at the end. And then our length is 10.5 as well, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so on the back side of this one, you're going to number it
1C.
All right, now, so we've got
Yep.
1C up here. Now we're gonna take our second sheet. So
Okay,
we're looking at
so
the
now we're
second
on this
one.
page.
Mhm.
Okay, right here.
All right, so then I'm actually going to be using we're going to look at the stripe side.
Because it says cut orientation front.
front.
So that's what we're going off of.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
So what is the first cut where the scissors are? So if I was to say,
Oh.
so look at the top here, how long is that?
10 inches by 1 1/4.
All right,
Okay.
so we want to cut it first by 10 inches. And this is, again, the white area, and we're going to leave this to the side as our scrap.
And it's nice to know as you're following the instructions, and this is, again, the first time I'm seeing this. So, like, we're really just going top down.
Top
I mean,
down.
we're taking
Yep.
it, yeah.
Top
we don't-
down, exactly.
It's nice.
All right, so what is our measurement for the top?
1 1/4.
All right, so we're doing 1 1/4.
And how are you getting that 1/4? Like, how are
Okay.
you lining that up?
Okay, so you got, so back to old school math.
Yep.
So you got 1 inch.
Oh, no.
So you've got 1 inch. The next longest line is your half mark or your quarter mark.
Uh-huh.
The next longest line is a 1/2 inch. The next longest line is going to be a 3/4 inch, and then you have your 1 inch, which
Okay.
is the 2 inch.
Perfect.
Everything in between, we're not going to worry about.
Okay, it's really the big slashes.
It's the big.
Sorry, I know that's
the
like
bigs.
rudimentary, but
You know
it's what we got.
But that is a lot of people don't know.
Sure.
They don't know. So I think that's a great way to say where are your measurements.
Sure. Fabulous.
All right, 1 1/4 inch. So I'm coming in this way, and we're going to cut this at 1 1/4 inch.
Okay.
And we're going to number this on the back
one.
side, so make sure you're numbering it with the cake.
Perfect.
And
Does it
that
matter?
is-
I guess it doesn't
nope,
matter. the
it doesn't matter where
direction.
you
Okay,
are.
This is 1P.
Okay.
And we're going to put this in a separate, a little separate pile.
And we want to
here.
make sure
Okay.
that we're turning this paper, because we turn it to the side, right? So we want to make sure that, again, that it's going to be up and down
Yep.
and turning it over.
Yes.
And these are what, Lauren, just at 5 inches each?
5 and then 9 3/4.
Okay. So we're going to do it at
5 inches.
5 inches, and then we're going to take it at 9 3/4. So again,
And I love that
half
you've extended
inch.
this out because I don't even
Yes.
know people.
Do you not know that?
I've touched a paper trimmer before, but I'm not so sure if I knew that you could do this.
Yes, so you need that extension
because
for
then you're
12 by 12 for sure.
Okay, fantastic. So this is really made for the scrapbookers.
Definitely.
Okay,
and
perfect.
actually card makers too. So that's
Absolutely.
it's made for all kinds
For
of
all
crafters.
crafters.
Even for photographs. Okay, and
Okay.
so 9 3/4, right?
Yep.
All right, so 9 3/4, cut both of those.
Okay.
And then again, little scrap. You might use it later. And now we're
Okay.
going to turn it over, Lauren, and,
then
you mark it.
3B is what I'm doing here.
And
And
now
the same as this one's the same.
Yep. Is this 3?
This is 3B.
Okay, let's do 3 here.
Oh, right.
This is 1.
Okay, so question,
Make
why?
sure you put your piles.
Okay, I was getting confused. So 1 is still a part of here, but
Yes.
we're just using it.
another sheet
Oh,
of
so
it.
it's really optimizing the scraps,
Yeah.
essentially. Oh, that's actually really cool. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
great.
So we
Okay.
do that on purpose, so then that way we maximize all the paper that
Yeah.
you're using, but also that it's an instruction. It's easier to tell where things are as well.
Got it. So don't let that confuse you of that they're on separate pages. That's intentional.
Yes.
So you just make sure your piles, make sure your labels are proper, and you're good to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
That's a great
Oh my
thing
gosh.
to talk about.
Yay.
All right. So now let's go back to this one. So we said this one is also 5 9 3/4.
Yep.
So this is a little scrap, and now Lauren, you'll mark that one with the other one.
Okay.
Okay. So that is
Now
pile
that's pile 3. That's
3.
going over there. Okay.
All right. So Lauren, you ready?
I think so.
All right, let's switch the page over and let's
Okay.
show everybody that side, what we're
Okay.
doing first on the top. All right, so Lauren is going to be working with this pattern paper here.
Cute.
All right, so Lauren, go ahead. I'm just going to move this up so everybody can see.
Perfect.
Let's move this over
Yeah.
here. We're kind of getting, we
We're
have a
just
lot.
We're getting comfortable, you guys.
We have a lot to cover.
I know.
Okay, so Lauren's going to take over with all of the cutting.
Okay.
Super simple. So
Okay.
Lauren, where's our stripes going? On
Oh,
front
they're
and back.
going horizontal. So
Okay.
this is the right side, and then the back, I'm just double checking. I guess it doesn't.
It doesn't really matter.
Really
The
matter,
orientation is
but
different.
yes.
But if you want the
Oh.
curly cues,
See?
Yeah.
Thank goodness for her, because I'm like, they look great.
so you can see the curlies
Yes.
going up or down.
So that's a good tip, is
Yep.
to really look at right here. If you guys can see, the curly cues are at the top, and I had them this way originally, which they would have just been a little off. So that's a great thing to just attention to detail.
Yep.
But because it really is all laid out for us here.
It is.
Okay.
It's totally laid out for you.
Okay, I got ahead of myself. Okay.
All right. Where's your first cut line on your scissors?
Are we going here
Scissors.
or here?
See the little scissors?
Scissors.
So we're going to cut our first mark there.
Uh-huh.
And it's a full 12 inches. So
Uh-huh.
it's what, 5?
5 and 11.5.
5 and 11.5.
Okay.
So you're going to do by 5 inches.
Okay.
So find your 5-inch.
5-inch.
I
Oh.
love a good playing with pages that always get overwhelming with scrapbooking. That's a great tip.
Is this right? I'm at the 5-inch.
Nope. 5 inches over here. Big
Oh,
one.
because
That's centimeters.
my bad.
Okay. So
Don't look at centimeters. That's a tip.
5 inches.
Thank you, Cindy.
Okay. So now,
Okay.
this is nerve-wracking as well. I
It's
know.
scary to cut live. Thanks for your grace, everyone.
So that
Okay.
is your first piece. I'm going to give you the pencil, and
Okay.
I'll go ahead and number everything for you.
Okay, and you're gonna check my work. Cindy's gonna check my work because clearly I don't trust myself yet. I'm gonna become an expert by the end of
Really
this.
quick, could you guys show how you knew which way the paper could go again?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. So
Maybe we get it close up.
So if you look here on this close-up, it'll tell you the way the paper goes. And I think we need
It's
to maybe...
in the upper right-hand corner for those joining us live. That's where they're referencing
Yep.
the instructions.
So if you look there...
This is on the second page of the instructions.
Yes.
And if you guys can see in this this little box right here, how it starts out with the more like faded curly cues, and that's where our paper is lined up. Because originally I had them upside down, and so it's just good to be mindful of where the pattern starts. Does that make sense?
In which direction the curly cues go to.
And which direction they go in.
Yes.
That's huge. And
Yes.
same, it was a little bit more obvious when we had the cakes.
Cakes, yeah.
Because when we see the cakes upside down, you obviously know, oh, wait a second, I need to go this way with them. So it's good to,
Yeah.
it's easier on some than others.
Yeah.
Thank you. Perfect.
Oh, no,
Okay.
thanks, Abby.
So what is this number then? Let's number this one. This was the 5 by 12. So that is on... What is that number there?
2B.
Okay. So we're starting at 2 pile.
Okay. Oh, yeah, our 2, yay.
Yay. Okay. So now we're going to cut over to the next one.
Which is-
again is 12 inches.
Okay.
So we're just going to place this inside and we're going to cut it at what? 3 inches?
Wait, where are you seeing that?
Right here.
3 inches
Oh, wait,
or
that's
5?
5 inches.
Okay, I was like, oh, no.
I can't see.
Oh, God. Okay, and Cindy's going to check my work. I'm lining it up to the 3 inches, not centimeters.
5 inches. You said 5 inches.
Yeah, and then you said
then
3,
I said
and then
3.
I got confused. This is live broadcasting for you. Okay, I'm on the 5.
Uh-huh.
Now I feel good about my cuts.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right. So in this one, the number is
2H.
okay. So 2H.
And question, I know this is going to sound silly, but it also says 11.5. Do we need to trim it up to 11.5?
Yes, good
Okay.
catch.
Oh, look at me. I'm learning.
So actually, both of these are going to be the 11 and a half.
Okay.
Woo! Caught that one. Now, here's a thing you can do. If you want to do these individually, you can, but you can put them
You
together.
can?
Yes, the trimmer will cut through both pieces of cardstock or of the designer series paper.
Okay.
So we're going to do 11 and a half.
And you see how we're going now? We're using our little, what is this
Extended
called?
arm.
Extended. I was going to call it like stretcher person thing. I don't. The extended arm.
Extended arm.
Yep.
All right. So go ahead and cut those. So you
Okay.
can do just kind of get in a nice deep cut, and it should be able to go through all of them.
Fantastic.
All right. And now we've got these little extra pieces. So again, leave those in your scrap pile.
So I
You'll
would
be
have like
using them.
crumpled those up and went, what?
Oh no! Oh
Don't
no! Don't do that.
Do not do that.
Don't do
okay?
that.
I know. Everyone's probably yelling
Some
at me.
people will be like, okay, just cut them and like get rid
I
of
know,
them.
but
others are like, no.
yeah.
All right, so the last cut is on, nope, this one over here.
Oh, thanks. 1/0, I believe that is, and it's 1 1/4 and 10 1/4.
Okay, so 1 1/4.
Okay, let me do this because the 1/4 is
I
kind of
know.
freaking me out. Okay.
So go to the 1 inch.
Is it that?
Nope. I'm gonna go this way.
Oh, right.
So
right,
1
right.
1/4 is right
there.
there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Oh my gosh, I get nervous.
Okay, and again, this is gonna be that white space. So this is your extra scrap.
Okay.
We'll put that in our pile.
And now I'm gonna go. It says 10 1/4. So now I'm gonna use the extended arm, and I'm gonna go this way. Is that right, Cindy?
Yes.
Yay! I get like my hands are shaky. I get nervous when I cut. Oh my gosh.
We've got this little scrap piece here. Let's just save that.
Save it.
You never
Okay.
know. You might use it.
And this is 1/0, not
One-
10. It looks like 10, but it's 1/0.
1/0.
1/0.
Okay, so we're gonna put that over here.
Perfect.
All right, let's go to the next paper.
'Kay.
So again, the stripe is what direction?
It's on the little curly Q stripe is on the top.
Okay, so we're gonna be on the top.
Yep.
This is our background, and we're gonna start with our very first cut. Lauren, what is that at?
3 3/4 by 12.
Okay, so go by
Let me try it.
3 3/4.
3 3/4. So I'm
So
thinking
you're
here.
looking at the that's perfect.
Yay! Oh, and don't forget to put her up here. Okay, so that's 3 3/4, and it's already in a 12, right? So
Right.
I don't need to cut anything else off this.
Nothing else.
Woo!
So we're gonna make sure we label it with
Yes. This is going to be 2A.
2A.
And again, I want to reiterate, these are not in, I know it might be confusing for those that are visual like I am, the 2, the 2, the 1, the 2, the 2, the 1. So that's why we're making these piles, right? Because in my mind, if I was doing this alone, which would probably be a mess, I would be putting like 2B, 2H, 1O in one pile because they're on the same page. So that's just something good to remind you
Yes.
guys moving forward.
Yes.
To do our pile system
Do
and
your
you
pile
will be
system.
good to go.
And that's what's so great about the workshop kits is that it kind of follows along a pattern, a template instruction. So then that way you can kind of keep very organized throughout the whole entire process.
I love that.
All right, what's the next cut?
Okay, I'm thinking 3 not thinking, I'm reading it. 3 3/4 by 12. So same
Okay.
as the other one.
Same
so
as the
now,
other one. So go ahead and do that.
perfect.
I'm going to grab a water. We have our little waters next to us.
Oh yeah. Okay, perfect. And we already cut it. It's already in a 12. So we're good to go. We're going to label that 2G. Now
Okay.
I'm telling Cindy what to do. Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
this. I love this. So she's got our 2 pile.
Perfect.
All right, so the next one.
And then this is like a little baby cute one. So this is 1 1/4 by 5 inches.
Okay, so we're going to do the 1 1/4 first, and we're going to cut all the way through.
Okay.
It just makes it easier.
What do you
to
mean
cut.
that? What does that mean?
Well, like you could do like a cut and then stop and then do the other cut, but you're not going to really use that whole
Oh,
piece.
but you're
If
saying just do it.
Yeah, if you do a whole stripe, you're more than likely going to use that other little
Okay.
piece. And
So
that was
this
what
is
number?
1 1/4 within 5.
Is that look like
inches.
1 1/4?
Did I do it wrong?
1 1/4.
Oh, I did it wrong.
Okay.
Whoopsie.
Goodness, because look at all that white scrap that's extra. No problem. If you make a little problem,
thank goodness.
look at all that extra white that we have going
That's
on. We're
mistake
good.
proof right there. Okay, let's try this again. I have to be mindful that I'm adding inches instead of, that's what I keep doing. Yeah, I know. Left to right. Hello. Okay,
All right.
thank you, Cindy.
This is our extra scrap. And now we're going to turn this one we're to the 5 inch.
The whole numbers are not a problem. It's where we get to the fractions that I'm like,
Perfect.
Okay.
So this is another little strap.
Okie dokie. And this one's going to be 1F.
Okay, so 1F. All right. Now, let's go to the next one. We're going to be using this really cute blue dotted, and the plaid, which is the green plaid.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, if you pull this out, our very first cut on this one is at
2 11 3/4. So almost at 12, but
Mm-hmm.
not quite. So we're going to go 2 here. Right, Cindy? Check my work.
Yep.
Okay. Is that right?
Well, hold on.
Nope.
Just a little.
Just a little, okay.
Make sure. I always like to just like where I don't see the line. Don't like take the line, but you see the line.
Because I guess it's better to have a little bit too much than
Yep.
a little too little.
That's true.
Okay, perfect. And then 11 3/4. So almost at that 12 mark, which is going to be right here.
Yep. So just a quarter
Do
of
you
an
see
inch
how
off.
look how little we're about to take
Very
off.
little.
Boop.
Now this one I would probably say.
I was going to say, are we keeping this?
I think we can say we can cut that. We can chop that one and get rid of it.
Okie dokie. And this is going to be 2D.
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 Okay. So again, we're going to be working with this side, and we're going to place this one all the way over. I would do the long cut first, so the width, and then we'll cut off the bottom.
Oh, okay. So we're going to go, let's see.
So what is the width of that?
The width is 9.
Is that right?
9, right? 9 and 1/4 and 9. 9 and 1/4?
No, it's
What?
9.
Oh.
I couldn't see.
Oh, 9.
I'm like, she has it over there, and I'm like, where
I know.
does
I'm
it
like,
say?
it's this, right? You got it?
Okay, we got it. You got it.
Okay. 9.
At 9 inches.
9 inches covering up this. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
9, and now we're going to go 9 and 1/4.
So turning it.
Turning it horizontally, and we're going double checking 9 and 1/4, and we're going to go this way with it. Boom.
Yep. And now we've got this for a little scrap.
Yeah, that's a great scrap.
Yes, we'll be using that later.
Okay, fantastic.
All right,
And
so this one is
1K.
okay. This is one of the bigger pieces.
Yeah, I like that size.
Okay, this is probably.
Okay, now we're on to our next.
So again, this side here.
Yeah, poke it outside up, and we're going to go 2 and 11 3/4.
2 inches.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Everybody following along?
Yeah,
Doing
any
good?
questions, you guys?
No questions yet? Have you seen any, Sid?
Not yet. Everyone loves
I
this
see
kit
somebody
though.
from Germany. Hi, everybody. That's
If you have
awesome.
questions, pop them into the chat.
Yeah, please.
If you have any questions, anything about the kits as well, so that we're going to throw that one away.
And this is 2J.
Okay, and so we're still doing on the back side, so
Yes.
2J. Okay, that's going to go here. And now we're going to cut over at the next section, so that's going to be
5 inches or 11 inches. Okay.
5 inches. Once you get this done, I feel like the assembly is super fast.
I love that.
Yes.
Said that they love hearing you chatter.
Oh, God. Yay, I love that. We like our chatter, too, but we're biased. Okay, and then this is going to be 3A.
Okay, so this is 3A. Now, you know what?
What did I do?
Lauren, did we have anything with an asterisk? I totally forgot.
Let me check. Oh, we do have a couple with asterisks.
Oh.
Okay, what is that? Tell
So
me.
when you see an asterisk
So I'm
on
seeing
that,
right here, you
yes.
guys, just right here, and 2B, 2H, those are all in
So
2.
that's actually, we're going to be using the other side. So when we go back to,
Good thing we did pencil.
yeah,
We can just erase?
exactly. We can erase and do it the other way. But-
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh, wait, so explain that. Is that in the instructions? How would we know that?
I think in the beginning of the instructions on the very top, it'll tell you the asterisk is actually you use the other side.
And we're gonna-
Or in farther in the instruction, it'll tell you to use the other side.
Okay.
So whenever there's an asterisk, you want to make sure that you're using the other side of the paper.
So we will flip it. Okay, that's
Totally
good
forgot,
to know.
Totally forgot that little thing.
No, that's good.
Okay, so this was what?
3A.
Okay. And we know that's an asterisk, and because we're using pencil, we can erase it.
Perfect.
We're good.
Okay.
Oh, then we cut it already. So now to this last one,
1B is going to be 4 3/4.
kind of missed that, didn't we?
That's okay.
That's
This
really
is actually
important.
perfect because at least we got to explain it.
Okay, so that.
Did I do that right?
I think you did it wrong, but that's okay.
You know why? I was talking. Shocking. Shocking.
You know what? We're going to make it work.
You know, in class, I was like, excessive talking. She's got great grades. but-
So if you didn't cut that yet, we're going to cut it at 4 1/4 inch.
Uh-huh.
So ours is going to be a little bit short. Hey, Sid, do we have another piece of this paper real quick?
Yes.
Because I want to make sure that everybody
Yes.
at home has it right when we put it together. And I know that we have extra kits here. So
Yep.
I hopefully you remember to not cut it yet.
But if you
But
did
if
cut
you
it,
did,
yeah.
there are super ways we can hide it. But I'm going to be more on top,
I love that.
making sure we have it
Sorry.
right for everybody else as we follow
This
along.
is real. This is real life.
Coming behind.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abby.
Okay, so
Okay, redo.
we're going to redo this part, and we're just going to take it from us. So 4 1/4, right?
I'm letting Cindy take over.
She's
4 3/4 because I'm banned on cutting.
okay, and then
9 inches.
And 9 inches.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody, I hopefully
They probably didn't.
They
do
probably
it.
didn't
We
do
did
it.
it wrong. They're
they're probably telling us on the thing
they're like
that you did it
screaming.
wrong.
Okay, and this is gonna be 1B.
Okay, 1B.
Thanks for rolling with us, you guys. Okay.
All right, now turn over the page. I think we're almost done cutting.
Woohoo!
We just have to get to our final pages.
Oh, these look okay. These are interesting cuts. I'm seeing
you want me
lots of
to-
fractions.
So these are our two-tone cardstock. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating mats for our photos.
Like frames.
Frames.
Okay.
Mats, photo mats or frames, you
Okay.
could call them. And we're going to be using this for part of that. So
I love
let's
that.
go ahead and go with the first. We're going to work with the peach pie. We're
Okay.
just going along straight with it,
And
as
that's
you can see in the
saying-
screen.
Yep.
Now, the one thing about two-tone, again, remember we said dark and then a light.
Okay.
If you look back over, it's actually going to tell you what side you need to have up. So the first one we're looking at, the light is on the top and the bottom is on the dark. The dark is on the bottom.
Okay.
So if you just kind of turn your page over like this, you can see the
Yeah,
two different
the
two-tone.
difference.
And so you'll know exactly where to start. So this is the light one on this side.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to be cutting this. What is our first measurement?
3/4 by 12.
Okay,
So
3/4.
nice and skinny.
Here's a little tip. This sometimes is kind of hard to get this, like, it's like a
Yeah,
flappy
it's
do
big,
over
yeah.
here. So I'm actually going to pull it over onto
Oh,
this side.
that's so smart.
We have about a 1.5 inch on the other side, so we can kind
Oh.
of give us a little bit more sturdy.
That is a great tip.
Right, so we can cut this way
Sure.
instead.
Oh,
All right.
I love that. Okay.
So we have this one. Now, of
Do you want me to be
course-
our labeler and you're gonna be our
Sure,
cutter? Okay.
Sure.
My cutting privileges have been temporarily revoked. Okay, this is gonna be 2.
All a learning process.
C. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
All right, and then our
Okay.
next one.
This is gonna go in our 2 pile.
Our next one, we're just kind of continuing over.
It's actually the same. 3/4.
So I'm going to do that again because I want to make sure that I have, it's not a pattern, so we're not worried about a pattern or anything like that. So I can really cut from this side as well. So then we'll do this one
Okay.
at 3/4.
Yep, and this is gonna be turn it over to I.
Okay, and now the next one is,
Is 1 1/4,
okay, so we're going to go to 1 and then 1/4 inch.
and that's gonna be by 10.
And we're going to make that by 10. So then I'm going to pull that off,
Yep.
flip it
And
around,
just trim it a little.
and just trim it off like so.
Perfect.
Okay, and then we'll turn that one over.
This is 1M.
Okay,
Hey, Cindy, we had a question on YouTube. Is the two-tone cardstock as thick as our regular cardstock?
it is not. It's more like a designer series paper.
Okay.
Weight, it's much lighter. It's a little, it's a white core, so there's ability to have like some cutting or stripping, or you could even do some sanding on it to have more texture and
Oh,
show
fun.
that white in there. But it is lightweight. You could still use it as a card base. I feel like it's a lighter weight card, and it's just not as thick
Yeah.
as our regular cardstock.
And doesn't it help with postage?
Oh yeah, that is one thing that's a big thing right now is postage is getting more and more expensive. So it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a lighter weight.
So that you might only have to just put 1 stamp on.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
fabulous.
So
Okay.
that was very helpful.
That's great.
All right.
Okay,
And,
where are we at? Okay.
hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, great question.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think
next
we're on
one.
1N because this is 1N.
Yes.
So we're gonna go 1 1/4.
Okay, so again, another one at 1 1/4.
Versus 9 3/4.
So 9 3/4. So that's just before the 10.
Yep.
Little scrap.
Okay.
Lauren's going to label that one.
1N.
Okay.
And then we're doing, Then we're doing 4 by 8.
Okay. So we're going to do a 4 inch. Always want to make sure that it's nice and secure against the top ridge before you cut. And then by 8 inch.
Perfect.
Okay. And then this is a scrap. This will be great to use for something else. It's 4 by 4, so you could use it for some other kind of photo mat. And then this one is also
4 by
so this
8.
is 4. So this is exactly. I'm just going to double check and make sure it
Nice.
is 4. And then we're going to do 8 inches. Make sure it's tight up against the ridge. Perfect. All right.
Look, we've got one more question about the two-tone.
Does the thinner paper score and fold well without the white showing? I think what's best about two-tone is using our score blade.
Okay.
So in order
Because we haven't used that yet.
Right. So if you want to score the two-tone, I would do the 2-inch here and do a nice score line, a light. Like when you use regular cardstock, you press a little bit harder, but when you use two-tone, you want a lighter hand, just like you do with designer series paper. And then when you're able to fold it, it doesn't have that white core that shows.
Great.
If you are folding it otherwise, it can kind of show some of the whiteness. Yeah. So great question.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next page.
So now we're on to this side. Okay.
Okay. And Lauren, what is first on the top? So we're saying our front side, which is to the left here.
Oh, good catch, Cindy. Okay, so Cindy just pointed out we have been, you guys, on the light. That's our top. That's our front side. Now, if you can see here, we're going to flip it over and use the dark side as our top.
So again, I'm testing to make sure I know what's my light and what's my dark.
Yep.
So this is my dark side. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to move my score blade back down out of the way. And we're going to cut it where the first line is at 4 and a half. 4.5, right?
4.5. Yep.
Okay. Check twice. Cut once.
Yep. And then we're doing 8 and 3/4.
8 and 3/4.
I love, this is really making sense. As we've kind of been getting into the cutting, I know I did make a blunder, but it is making sense. And it is going fast too. I can see how if you're an expert cutter like Cindy, this would really take you, I mean, what, less than 10 minutes.
But what I love about a beginner too is it's telling you the measurements. So as long as you know how to use a ruler.
And that's a big point, right? People always want the measurement. So it's like, it's right. It's right so
there.
simple.
Yep.
I love that.
Okay, so next one over.
We're doing 4.5 by 8 3/4. Same
4.5 by 8 3/4.
Yep.
Okay.
Or did we do that one already?
No, we did. No. We're doing 2 of those.
Okay, 2 of them.
And then we've got that one. Perfect. I always. Okay.
Do we need to pause?
Nope.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, how are you guys doing?
Everybody's still following along.
Are we doing good?
And hopefully we're going slow enough that we're going slow as you're
talk
following.
fast, but hopefully our instructions are slow.
All right, next one.
Now we're going to go with these cute little skinny pieces. So we're going 1 1/4.
Okay. So 1 1/4. We're going to make a cut all the way through.
Okay. And 5 1/4.
And 5 1/4.
Perfect.
And then this is a little extra scrap. And then we're going to label this one on the back.
Can we use, so I'm just looking ahead and we have the same measurement. So 1 1/4 and 5. Can we use that other scrap for,
Ooh.
Is that like a little hack?
So little trick that Miss Lauren does, but how long has this got to be?
1 1/4 and 5 inches.
Okay, true that you could, but sometimes if they were longer, so like if it was a 6 inch or 6 1/2 plus a 5, you wouldn't have enough room, right? But in this instance, we do have an extra. So if you're smart like that, work smarter, not harder.
So smart.
You can kind of leave this one whole and have your scrap be a little bit longer. If you're looking forward ahead. So Lauren, on this last one, then what is the mark?
1 1/4.
Which is what we had by
5 inches.
By 5 inches.
So we could just get a little haircut.
Yep, there we go.
Perfect. That was easy.
See, so you can catch some things that you can use a little bit more strategic.
Okay, now we're
all right. Let's go on to, we're doing with the white, right?
Yeah, so you can see now in this box down here, we are changing from the peach pie to the white willow cardstock.
Yes. And so these are going to be mostly all photo mat sizes. And so we're adding about a 1/4 inch of photo mat all the way around the edges.
Okay.
So
and we're starting on the lighter side.
It's the same color.
Oh, great.
It's all one color, same color.
Easy.
And this is a brighter white than our normal basic white.
Okay.
So it's only, we make it specialty for scrapbooking. It's a little bit brighter white than our normal one. So
that's
something
so funny
to know.
It looks darker because the blue is behind it.
Oh.
So one color.
On the instructions.
Easy. Okay.
All
I
right.
was going to say, how do you get darker white? But.
So our first cut, where they're going to go follow the scissors, is at what?
Is at 3 1/4.
Okay, so we're doing 3 1/4, and we're going to make the cut all the way through.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and just cut these pieces so I have them ready.
Okay, and it's 3 1/4 is the square.
3 1/4 is a square. And Lauren, this size of this photo, what we would normally do is put a 3 3x3. So this is where our mat's going to look
I
like.
love that.
So you can show that real quick.
Okay.
You can see
Do you
us.
guys see that?
That's what our photo would look like. So what I want you to do is I would like you to do a pencil mark and just lightly, not a real hard pencil line, put 3x3 because we're not going to use our
Where?
placeholders. Right
Here?
in the very center.
Of this piece.
Yep, in the very center. Let's
3.
just do a little, we're going to be doing way more than just these 6 pages. So I thought we would just.
So it's great to just have it kind of pre-labeled. You know, this
Pre-labeled.
is where it's going to go with this photo. I love that.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic.
And then on the back, it'll say what number is
yep.
it.
And this was 2F.
Okay.
Perfect.
And now
In
the
our piles.
next measurement down is,
Do you want to go right or left?
We're gonna go down.
Okay, so now we're going to 3I, which is 4 1/4.
so 4 1/4. And then the next one is
3 1/4.
no,
3 4
no, we're going down.
We haven't done this one yet.
Yeah, we just did.
Oh, great. 4 1/4 and 3 1/4.
Okay, so then we're going to another 3 1/4. So these are going to be your mats for 3x4s. So Lauren, I want you to mark on each one of these 3x4 because we know those are the photos that fit. And if you want to make sure that you're marking it, grab one of your photo placemats and you can see how this works, how it's going to cover it. So that's what your photo mats are going to look like. You want to show that in the screen?
So you see, guys, that's what this looks like here. And so I just labeled it with my 3x4, and that will cover up right there.
All right, so let's go ahead and put that one up
Let me
here.
label both of them because they're the same. So
So
we've got
label those.
3I and 3J.
All right, and now we're going to go over. So if you look at the next line over,
So
we're going
this
to go
middle
all the
line.
way down.
Okay.
Yep. And so what is the measurement of that piece? So that's 4 1/4.
A fourth, yeah, quarter.
4 1/4.
Yep.
4 1/4. How do you say that normally? I say 4
Well,
1/4.
I'm bad at fractions, so I say what's on the page. 4 1/4 is what I say.
All right, so because we did the whole length, we're going to turn this around and we're going to cut this one now.
To 3 1/4.
There we go. Okay, so Lauren, you're going to label this one at the 3 1/4 or 3x4 on that side, and then you'll label it. It's the top. It's our top piece.
1I.
Okay, Abby, they're showing the close-up one all the time, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, and now the next one. Okay, then the next one is going to be.
4 1/4.
Okay, so this is going to be a square one. So this is going to fit our 4x4 photographs. So it's going to fit this
Nice.
size.
Okay.
So a little bit of a mat around it.
Okay.
So I want you to label that one 4x4. And then I'd like you to label the back side of that so we know where it goes. Okay. And then the next one down is also a 4 1/4.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to just cut off 1/4 inch off of this. And we'll label that one next. Okay. How are we
Did
doing,
you say
everybody?
4x4? Yes.
4x4.
Sorry, I just had a stroke.
Now our last
Okay.
section is we've already got this at 4 is it 4 1/4? No, it's a little off. So we need to do it at 4 1/4. So it takes off this little 1/4 inch all the way off the top. So this is our last piece that you can see. It's on this side over here.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to take off 1/4 inch
Okay.
off of that.
Okay.
And these also make really cool, like you could cut these up and you could do journaling. You could write
Oh,
like little
cute.
notes and journals and like do like a layered
That's
kind
a
of
great
thing.
tip.
That's really fun to keep all kinds of scraps, do all
Yeah.
kinds of things. All right, so now we're gonna do it at 3 1/4, which is the very top one on that right side.
Okay.
Okay,
And will this be 3x4?
that'll be a 3x4.
Oh, I'm getting it.
She's getting it now. All right,
Okay,
and then
that's
the last two are also going to be the 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 because those are going to fit the 4x4. So we've got a 4x4 here and a 4 1/4. So we're taking off a little bit off of this one as well. So
Perfect.
there you go. All right, so that is all of those. We're going to move on to the second page on the right side, and we're going to do our very first cut, which is going to be at
4 1/4.
nope,
Oh,
6.
6 1/2.
So 6 1/2. So we've got this little mark where our line is. It's kind of hard to see. So the 1/2 inch is on this side. So we're gonna move it over to here and cut a full sheet.
Okay.
Now what I love about this is look how much white I get left over
Nice.
that I can use for some other pages.
Perfect.
So we're gonna leave that over to the side. And now I'm gonna turn this at the other angle and we're gonna cut it at 4 1/4.
Perfect. Oh, I think I know where this is going.
What
Is
is
this
that?
going to be a 4x6?
You got it.
Woohoo!
It's a 4x6.
Perfect.
So, and then the next one down, we have another 4x6. So we're gonna do it at 4 1/4.
Okay.
And I love this type of mat. I don't like a big mat, but I like a little bit of mat so that it kind of shows just a little bit of depth as well as difference between a photo and like your background. But sometimes I don't like to use mats as well.
Sure.
So, all right, and then this piece here is a 3/4
1/4 and a 3 1/4.
by 3 1/4. So do you know what size that would be probably?
Probably a 3 by 3.
You got it. Okay, there you go. And then our last one is a tiny little photo. It's a 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I've got this
Little
little
baby.
leftover piece, a little tiny baby photo. Okay, so this one is going to be a 2 by 2.
Perfect.
All right, I think we have just 2
Whew.
more pages to do.
Oh my goodness. 3. Nope.
3.
3.
All right, so your
sorry.
piles should be looking pretty big now. You're
Yeah, can you see our
getting them
piles?
already organized. Okay,
Okay.
let's go ahead and
Okay, last 2.
our last 2. So our white ones we're going to be using. So these are together. Now,
Yep.
this willow white is a little bit thicker than our two-tone.
Okay.
It's like a cardstock weight.
Oh,
so
that's
I
nice.
would not cut these together.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What would happen if you did? Would it
I think
hurt
it would
the blade a little bit?
The blade would be
Okay.
dulled a little bit more.
Okay.
So, and plus you might not get a clean cut all the way through to the
So
second
you
one.
can do normally like DSP, but not
Or
more
two-tone
thicker, or
cardstock.
two-tone, but not, the thicker cardstock.
or
Okay,
a cardstock.
perfect.
It's a little bit harder and it does do a little bit more work, a little bit more
Okay.
on your blades.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to be cutting off this. What's the size of this?
11 and a half by
Okay.
11.
All right, so we're going to cut off first the 11. We're going to go
Okay.
to 11 and
Yep.
a half and cut off a 1/2 inch.
Perfect.
Okay, save that little scrappy do. And now we're going to go to this side and we're going to cut it at
11.
11 inch.
Perfect.
Okay.
It's a big piece. Okay.
All right, so on this one, you can either side because it's white on white.
Right. I'm just used to flipping them
Use
at
it a
this point.
flipping.
1A. We
And
found
now-
our, like, 1A.
Yes.
First piece.
Yes, that's a space. And now we're gonna do the same thing with the other willow white.
Okay.
So we're gonna take off a 1/2 inch first for 11 and a half. And then we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna do it, cut it at 11.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. And then we'll do that one. All right.
We did it, you guys.
Okay, that is all our cutting. Can you believe it?
Whew.
Okay, so let's take off our trimmer.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick because I'm getting kind of
I love that.
talking a lot. Is a
Yeah,
lot.
let's take a.
Yeah, and I think I actually might take my coat off. I'm getting a little warm in here.
Yeah, it's warm.
So while
For
you're
sure.
catching up, we're gonna get rested here for a second.
Yeah.
And let everybody catch up before we begin assembly.
Okay.
So Lauren, let's switch to the next page on the instructions.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to organize these by our pages. So we're going to be using the specialty side. We're going to be using the two specialty here and the 2 specialty design for the kit, as well as the 2-tone.
Okay.
So this one is going to be first. So this is our 1. And then this is our 2, which is the pink.
Oh, and I guess I should show too. This is where
Yeah.
you can see here, down here, guys. This is where all these pieces are going, like a little puzzle.
Yes, but we're going to give you a little tip and trick about how to
love.
do those.
Okay.
Okay, so, and then this one is the last of the blue. So
Okay.
if you're looking at piles, this is where you should be.
Ooh, this is like, we put in the work,
Yes.
and now look how organized this is.
Yes.
This feels really good.
Super organized. So what we're going to do first is we're going to kind of move off these, and we're going to do page layout by page
Okay.
layout. Now, if you look at the instructions, the top of the instructions is all of the, like, what pieces you're going to be using. It's kind of like prepping the pages. And then the bottom half is what you're going to be using for the assembly. So the assembly is gives you the measurements of exactly how to place it. Now,
Okay.
you can be a person that loves to do exact measurements and placement according to the kit.
Okay.
But if it's off by a little bit, it's not that big of a
But
deal.
how nice that they're giving you, like, if you're the type of person that wants exactly to the measurement, to the T, everything in its proper place, it is going to show you how to do that.
Exactly.
That's huge.
Exactly. So the first thing we want to do is we want to take all of these pieces that we've numbered on the back and we want to put them in alphabetical order, reversed.
Oh boy.
Okay. So if we were to do it backwards, right? So we've got S, Q, R.
Yep.
This is where you're gonna like.
Oh boy. Okay.
D.
Oh boy. Oh God.
M N.
My 2-year-old can do her ABCs backwards, and yet here I am being like,
This is O. Well, you could also do it backwards.
This is hilarious. Oh my gosh.
1 P.
Oh, I was like, they're both 1 M. No.
We could do it this. We could do it the other way too.
No, this is great. I'm stretching a muscle.
Stretching a muscle.
I'm learning more than I
Stretching
ever
many-
thought I would today. Math, alphabet.
All right, so we're gonna start
Okay.
with 1A.
Okay.
We're gonna start with 1B, 2C. Where's 2D?
P-O.
2D.
Yep.
2E. This is
Yep.
probably easier. I'm just kind of holding it and putting it in order like this.
From the back. Okay.
Okay. 2E,
E,
2F.
F.
Where's G?
Ooh, where is G?
G.
Oh, G. Great.
H.
I.
I. J. I think this is J.
Okay.
J.
K.
K.
L. M. N. O. P. Q. R. S.
All right, so that's going to help you. See, I've got this all in order in the pile. The way that I'm going to be pulling it, that's why we do the numbers or the letters,
Yeah.
is because that's the way you're going to be assembling it.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start here, and we're going to be using these 2 pages. All right, so we've got to,
And
which-
sorry, this is a dumb question. How do we
Yes.
know we're using these 2 pages? Are we just going off of this photo right
yes,
here
so
and
if you,
this? Okay.
So if you look at that photo, it says on there to place matte photos. Well, you can mat your photos. We're not going to do the matte photos right now.
Okay.
Because we have another section today of how to do photos.
Yeah,
so we're not
stay
going to mat our
put, you
photos.
guys.
And then we're going to flag the right ends. Oh, that's right. Well, we'll do that later. And then we're going to horizontal the paper must be in the center of the spread. So if you want, we want our scallops always look better going down, don't you think?
I think so.
Okay, so our scallops are going down, and this is where we're going to begin to start assembly. So we're taking this piece, which is 1A, and if you look over on this side, it'll actually tell you this is 1A.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take now our adhesives. You ready to start?
Yes.
Assembly for our very
Yes.
first one. All right, so this is the 11 by 11 and a half.
Okay.
So you wouldn't want it going this way because you can see by our instructions that it's a little bit wider all the way around.
Right.
So you want to
Not gonna
actually
frame it up.
turn it
Oh.
the other way. So we have an even amount of a 1/2 inch all the
Okay.
way around.
Great.
So I want you to
And
add
it's
a
going
little
to be flush with this set end. Okay.
Mhm. So I want you to add a little bit of adhesive.
Okay.
When you use adhesive, it
scared.
really doesn't take very much to use. So I would just do like make sure your corners, make sure you do in the center.
Okay.
So it really doesn't take, you don't need to have that much adhesive, just a little bit to get a good down.
Okay.
Okay, so flip it over and let's place that right
And
in
again,
the
this
center.
is going to be, which way should I start? Should I just start by lining it up
I would line it up
here?
first here,
Okay.
and then getting it at your 1/2 inch mark. And then
Okay,
you know what I
sorry.
think I'm gonna do?
Hey, Cindy, we had a question about the best adhesive to use for scrapbooking.
Oh, well, I think our seal adhesive is fantastic. I love it so much. It's a little bit tricky to use. Sometimes you have to, like, the way that you hold it helps with holding it, but you want to make sure it's down and then you drag it along
That's
nice
good.
and even. But I love the Stampin' Seal. You can use anything that's archival. So this is archival. You could use our Seal Plus.
Okay.
It's a little bit thicker, but it's not really needed. The Stampin' Seal is the best, or you can use liquid glue. You can use our multi-purpose
nice.
liquid glue.
And it won't like glue with this adhesive won't like seep
Nope.
through or won't leave
But
lines.
I
Okay.
would make sure, that's a good point, Lauren. You want to make sure that you do it lightly,
Okay.
not a lot.
Not like thick to where you can kind of see.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember back in the day when you're in school, a little dot, not a lot. That's what you want to think about.
No, I didn't, but what a good tip.
Maybe that's just my old
No.
remembering stories, but you have to have very little glue. You
Okay.
don't need a lot. So a very thin amount of liquid glue, but Seal is really the best.
Okay.
Good question.
Yeah, great. Okay, did I do this okay?
Yeah, you're
I hope
looking
so
great.
because I just got it all adhered.
Okay, I want to pull in a grid sheet because
Okay.
I think this will be easier for Lauren to line up everything.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a grid sheet, you can pull in a ruler,
Yeah.
which is really easy. Just pull in one of your rulers that you have. But this is going to help Lauren to find and look at each piece and where it's going to lay.
Yes, I love
so
that.
I'm just going to line it up with the the long edge. And you see our grid sheets are usually the other way, but I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to move this over here, Lauren. Yeah, I'm just going to move this
hand things
over.
to me, I can
Yep.
offload.
Okay, so now we've got this piece. Now
Okay.
our next piece is 1B.
Uh-huh.
So if you look at 1B,
Okay, so I'm going to find 1B. That's our polka dot piece right,
Right.
here next to the doggy.
so all of our measurements, if you look, they'll tell you exactly where to place it. And it always is going to be from the starting point to the top of the
Wow.
page down. And so it'll either give you 2 measurements when needed, or it'll give you 1 measurement when needed. Or if it's placed up against something, it'll just give you the 1 measurement.
That's kind of blowing my mind a little bit. Obviously, it's the first time I'm seeing it, but that really is so valuable.
Okay, so if we were to
Okay.
start, Lauren, looking at that lineup,
Okay.
you're starting with this.
5
This is
and
going
3/4
Right.
is where it's kind of saying.
So we're gonna put some adhesive on the back
Uh-huh.
of this.
Oops. I'm willy-nilly with my placement of these, so
I don't
bear
want
with
to grab
me.
a little cheat sheet because
Oh.
I can't see over there.
Do you want me to? Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, you're good. You're
Okay.
good. I just want to pull this over here.
Yeah,
so
please.
I can look.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
five and
So at 5 3/4
It's like,
from the top half.
okay.
Wait, that's.
Is that right?
Oh,
This
it's
one?
1.5. I'm sorry, it's 1.5. It's the.
Oh.
So make sure you see that it's this line that you're looking at down to the blue line. So you're looking at the one that's down to the blue line here. So you're at 1.5 from the top. So if you're at 12 and you minus 1, this is going to be right here at 10.5.
Okay.
Okay? Get our bearings right first. So that is this one here.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to go to 2C. 2C is our cake one, so we're going to turn it over eventually. Let's go ahead and add some adhesive to this one. Now that one's going to butt over just the top of it with the same line, so you're kind of adding like a layer, and then you're going to mark it. So it's on this one, it's going to say that you are at 3/4 of an inch from the top. So 3/4 of an inch is going to be right here. You're leaving about 1/4 of an inch of space of white.
Okay.
And then butting it all the way against the line.
Okay. So right about there is kind of what you're
Yep.
saying.
Mm-hmm. And then making sure I would tack this down first.
Okay.
Then move this over.
Oh,
so
I like
it's
that. That's a
lined.
good tip. Okay. So get that first one in, and then you can kind of micro adjust from there.
Correct.
Oh, good tip, Cindy. Okay.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Great. All right, now let's go on to 1D. These are like these little stripes that are going across the page. And so we're going to be using the dark side.
Okay.
So we're going to label that one there. And then that one we are going to place, the line is at the bottom. So if you look here, the line is coming from the bottom up and it says 4 inches. So if you were to go up 4 inches from here, turn it this way, your 4 to 5 inches is where it's you're gonna, at the 4 inch. You're gonna place it at the, nope, come up. So your bottom is at the 4 inches.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks. And then just,
And then
place,
just place it
here.
down.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Now we've got 1E. Is everybody following along?
Yeah. The way you're explaining this is fabulous.
And it makes it so much easier, the process. The way that we've designed this is that it goes in order.
Yeah.
So like you're
helpful.
not worried about what piece goes when, like you're following a
Yes.
pattern and it's just gonna make the page when you follow the
I
pattern.
love that.
So, all right, so
Okay.
this one, let's
This
look
one
at
is 1E.
1E. So if you look, the line's coming to the top and that's at the 5 1/4. So you're actually gonna bring it down all the way. It's gonna basically sit on top, it looks like. Yep. So I think it's this one. It's just gonna go
Oh.
right up against here, like this.
Oh, great. Fabulous.
Okay. All right, now we're gonna go to F, 1F. So again, we're using the blue. Are we using the blue side? Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, we are.
Oh. 1F is.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
The squiggles. Okay.
Yes. I was looking at that
Woo!
going, wait a minute, what? Okay, so 1F, we're gonna be coming up 3 inches. So if you're coming up 3 inches, it's gonna come over here.
Okay.
So the
And this
bottom
one
of
is-
your strip will be at the 3-inch line.
Uh-huh.
So it's gonna overlay a little bit.
Okay. And again, just lining up to
The 3. Yeah, perfect.
fabulous. And you see how it's kind of offsetting here, but everything's gonna line up straight right here. That's a really nice way to line that up. Easy way to do it.
All right, and then 2G.
Okay.
We are going to put at the, let's see, that 2G line.
1G.
1G, sorry. 1G, I cannot see the line.
Okay, now 1G we did put the adhesive on.
4.5.
I think this one is stripes. So we'll just erase.
Erase the
Where's our
lines.
eraser?
Wait, where's our pencil?
We'll find it. And you guys, like, this is real right here. And this is why we use our pencil. And how Cindy's kind of just smearing off some of the adhesive because this is going to be overlaid on things, so we're not too hard pressed about it.
Yep.
I mean, I'm saying that as Cindy's
This is
like,
where live is like really intimidating. We
got
make
this.
mistakes. All right, let's do it. We got this.
But you know what? It's actually great to make these mistakes because, you know, I'm a beginner and I can be a bit of a perfectionist. I'm sure some of you guys out there can relate to that. And sometimes you're like, oh God, I messed up my piece, you know, and then it's like, it's nice to know, like, okay, we're just going to move on. It's not going to, we're not going to look back on the scrapbook in 10 years and be like, do you remember when we put the glue on the wrong side? So it actually is really good. And this is actually coming off. So.
And plus, more than likely, you're going to cover it up with a photo or something.
Exactly. So
we're going to be
but we'll be mindful of checking. I'll be mindful
on
of
the
checking
asterisks.
that. Yes.
Making sure you check the asterisks on this.
Yes, because I bet you that's what that
If you
was.
see if you see on there it says an asterisk, then you want to make sure that you turn it over.
Okay, 1G, and this is going to.
And 1G will be going to the 4.5-inch mark. Well, wait a minute, that's not right. I can't see that line.
Which one?
Oh, it says 4.5.
Yeah.
Oh, from the top. So 1, 2,
Wait,
3,
where are you
4.
getting from the top?
So if you
In
look
the instructions.
So if you look at this line where it says 4.5 down
Right
to that
here.
one, so that's 4.5 coming down. So
Okay.
the space in between the top and the piece is 4.5.
Okay.
Okay. So if we're doing it this way, we're going to be going 4.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So we're going to be coming right here. A little overlay. That's
Okay.
all it is. All right, Lauren, there you go.
Okie dokie. Perfect.
Probably take that adhesive off the edge there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cindy, we have another question. Also
Sure.
from a Cindy. Do you ever use dimensionals while you're scrapbooking?
Good question.
Okay, so we contemplated about using dimensionals today or not. And being a beginner level, we decided to just go with adhesive today. Just one adhesive to make it really simple. But yes, I use dimensionals all the time. I love dimensionals. They are my most favorite thing in any of our products. And I use them all the time. Sometimes I use them even more than I do seal. But for this instance, we're just going to today be using seal. But yeah, you can totally add dimensions because it's a thinner dimension.
Yes, and where do you, like, if you were to use dimensionals, are you going to use them more on your photos or on some of those more, like, I know later in the day we're going to get into titles and more keepsakes and that kind of thing. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay, so it sounds like just for our normal kind of stacking and templates and layouts, we would kind of stick with something like the seal.
True.
Okay.
Very true.
We have another adhesives question.
Oh.
What about tear and tape?
You can use tear and tape. I don't see any problem. I think that maybe the tear and tape is a little bit more for like a 3D construction box.
Oh.
But you can use tear and tape if you want to use little pieces of it. You could do that as well. It is archival, so you can use that as well. It's no problem.
Great.
But yeah, I just think
Good
the seal is the
questions.
easiest way, or liquid is just so much easier.
But what was your great tip about the liquid? Little dot?
A little dot, not a lot.
A little dot.
Little dot, not a lot.
Words,
All right.
words still live by.
That's like an old kindergarten
I love
thing.
that.
Okay.
I love that.
So
Okay.
this one is 1H, and we're going to put this on the top. So this is going to kind of overlay our pieces here. So we're going to place this, and it's going to be coming down at the 2 1/4. So Lauren, let me just move this really quick. And I could, so 2 1/4. So I know, oh no, turn that off there. We got it. 2 1/4. So 1, 2 1/4. So that's going to be about right here. And we're leaving about 1/4 inch right there. Okay.
Beautiful.
And then this is 1 eye. So we're going to add a little adhesive on the back.
Yep.
And we're going to turn this over. And then this one is going to go right 1/4 inch between the difference and right there.
Perfect.
All right. There's
looks
page 1.
Great. Yay.
All right. Let's go ahead and go to page 2.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just set this down here. I'll grab it.
Okay. Now we're gonna put page 2. Again, our scallops are going down.
Okay.
Scallops always go down. They look cuter that way. We're gonna add the one
scallops
J.
are in right now too, by the way.
Very
Scallops,
much.
gingham, we're having a real moment.
We're gonna add some adhesive on here.
Okay.
Lauren, do you want to place these things down?
Sure.
I'll glue and you can just. So again, make sure that you have a 1/2 inch all the way around.
The moment of truth, everyone gets silent.
Yep. Oh, and we need to also.
That look good?
That looks great.
This was the easiest one.
Let's flip to the next page, Lauren.
Thank you.
So we're doing our prep work. We've got it ready to go, and then we're gonna flip it. Okay, so we're ready. We're gonna go to 1K. So this is K. We're gonna be placing this one. So let's add some adhesive on here. So what's really helpful, Lauren, is why don't you grab your other page and stick it right next to here.
The page we just did. Let me grab it.
So I just noticed that we also turned this upside down.
That's funny.
We got this.
We got this. And well, and that's so nice about the seal is that it really, like, if you had used glue, do you think that we could have done this?
No.
Because that's a really good tip, actually.
Yeah.
Since we've been talking about adhesives, is maybe in this instance, if you're a newbie and mistake prone. No one's mistake prone. But if you're just learning how to do this, it might be great to use the seal because, like you see us doing, we are able to remove and put back because of the glue. You wouldn't, if the glue was dry, you would not be able to do that.
Exactly. So quickly you can remove it. That's probably a big bonus to using the snail adhesive is that you're able to remove it quickly before it like sets in place and becomes
That's a great
permanent.
tip. So every mistake we make, hopefully someone gets something from it, okay? So that you don't have to make the same mistake.
All right, so what really is helpful
Perfect.
is to have maybe this next to it so that way we make sure that this looks, because it's the pages going across, we're going to make sure that it looks nice. So again, this one.
It's already looking, by the way, this is already looking so good.
I love
I'm
it.
getting
This
really
is such
excited.
a cute, this is super cute.
Well, and this is so versatile. I mean, obviously, birthday celebration, but we're doing this from a Paris travel trip. So,
Yes.
I mean, it's gonna be really fun to watch it unfold, how we can kind of make it our own.
All right, so here's a little tip
Okay,
too.
tell me.
So if you were to say, oh, I don't like this birthday paper, like I totally don't want this birthday paper, you can easily flip it over and use the other side. That's why we did pencil.
I
so
love
if you
that.
wanted to change it and make it totally different, you could use this paper rather than the birthday.
I love that. And question, if people have other DSP from us, could they swap that
Of
in too?
course.
If they said, oh, I like this or this. It's
Of
kind of
course.
It's kind of what you're saying is it's pretty customizable.
Yes.
that.
Creativity is key, and we love creativity here.
I love that.
All right, so then this one, again, I'm not really following the design, but look at how easy this is. I'm just following the same layout.
Yeah.
I've looked at my layout, and I see that it's on the same side, and I'm going up against all these colors here, or the sides there. All right, so here's our little, remember the techniques thing we talked about, Lauren?
Yes, that in the instructions?
Yes.
Yes.
So we're gonna make some flags. I'm gonna teach you how to make a flag. All right, so on this one, on each one of our pieces, if you look over here, we've got 4 of these strips. And we are going to, each one of these is gonna have a flag on it. Again, I'm gonna go back and see if there is any ones that need to be turned over. It looks like we're going to be using this one is our turnover. So that one is there. Okay, I just want to make sure, because remember we did not do that, right? And then these 2 were here. Okay, so now we are going to teach you. So this is, we are measuring this. This is at 1 1/4 inch.
Okay.
So what I want to do, I'm going to show you how to do this, and then you're going to do it.
1 1/4 inch on the width.
So 1 1/4 inch on the width. We are going to go halfsies. So a 1/2 inch and then a 1/4. So right there is the center.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to take my paper snips. And this is how we make what is called a dovetail or a flag.
Okay.
I'm going to come in maybe about 1/4 inch or so. And then I'm going to put my scissors from the point at the end to the center.
So you're just basically doing triangles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then I'll take this side and also do the same thing.
I love, oh
and
my
now
gosh.
I have my dovetail.
That looks amazing. Like,
Right?
do you see that? Like, just in just 2 little snippies, that this really transforms this piece right here. I mean, that is such a cool tip.
I love that.
And it took 2 seconds.
2 seconds. And you don't need any other dyes to do it or anything else. It's just so great.
And this
to
is a
use.
great tip, not only for scrapbooking, but for crafting. This could be a bookmark.
Exactly.
This could be like, this could just be any crafting. This is a
Exactly.
greght tip. Okay, fabulous.
So now, Lauren,
Okay.
go ahead. I want you
Okay.
to mark it at, so put your pencil at the 1/2 inch mark and move over 1/8 of an inch. And put a little mark, maybe a little over more. There you go. Mm-hmm. Okay, and let's go ahead and just do this at the same time. Let's go ahead and mark them all.
Oh, great. Okay.
And then we'll do all the cutting at the same time. So if you're doing this too, follow along. You can also use a ruler if you want. If you don't trust yourself to be straight, you can use a ruler and you can put the line on it and draw a line, and then just make sure that you're cutting the line off or that you erase the pencil line.
Did I get that right? I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's take our scissors. And Lauren, you're only going to come up maybe about 1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
So you're talking about very, very small. You could also use this as a guide as well. But I want you to do, first of all, I want you to do it free-handed, and then we'll use this as a guide.
Okay, so I just made my little first snip in
Yep.
the middle. Okay, so now I'm going to take it from what Cindy said, and we're just going to go from the point of the paper up. So in just a triangle.
Yep, and you should be
My
able
gosh,
to
my hands
just...
are going to get shaky doing this.
You're
Okay.
good, and that's okay that it sticks there a little bit too, because that means you got just close to it.
Perfect. Okay, now we're going to do, and again, this normally wouldn't take so long, but we're all learning.
That's right.
Okay, did I do
You
okay?
did great. Now, another trick you could do if you wanted to is use this as a guide.
Oh, that's a great, that's a little hack. Like a
Yeah.
stem, yeah.
And make a little stencil.
Okay.
So take that over
Oh.
there. Do your pencil line.
Well, and this could be nice
and follow
too if you're directionally, kind of challenged a little bit like me. And you could, and I think these are going to be lined up. So this would be great too because you know that they'd all be equal.
Right. So the only thing you want to make sure you do is that these are, because these are different
Oh,
lengths.
smart.
So you want to make sure that these come down.
That's
to the
good.
end.
I was lining them up at the top. I don't know if you guys can, I was lining them up here, but they actually need to be lined up down here.
Down at the bottom.
That makes sense.
Yep. So you want to cut that over there to show them?
Sure, I'd love to
think
show
that'd
you
be great.
guys. I'm just modeling it after our little orange piece. Extra little haircut.
Yep. Oh, I love Tina's comment. She says, save your workshop instructions and you can use them with other cardstock and DSP later.
That's a great suggestion.
Wow, I think she read my mind.
Woo! Thank you, Tina.
Okay, so let's go ahead and
Okay.
do this one.
Oh, right. Forget there's more. I'm just cutting and then la la la.
All right, and then what I'll go ahead and do is we'll get these prepared with some adhesive. So again, I'm marking the adhesive as the ones that goes on the back. So let's add some adhesive here. Getting these prepared. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to go ahead and
I don't want to be perfectionisty about this as I trim, trim, trim. Okay, looks great.
all right. So we're gonna start with. We were at this was K, right? K. No. M N. Yes. All right. So this one's gonna go first because remember it was the first one that we laid down.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is you can follow along with the instructions, but if you already got this and you've got it lined up, you
That's
can go ahead and
really
follow.
a nice hack.
Yeah, you can just follow along with what
Okay,
it's doing.
fantastic. Okay.
And I think this one. Whoop, there we go. And we'll add
We'll put
this
that up
flip out of there. And we've got this one here.
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
And look how good that's lining up here. Those look awesome.
So we're at N. This is P. So
Okay.
we're going to place this one at the same as the bottom one here.
Yep. And again, Cindy showed me this great technique of laying it down
And then
and then kind of adjusting.
adjusting. Yep.
So I think I just want to adjust this
your
slightly.
seal has a little bit of time to
yeah,
pick it
so you
up
see
and
how I was able
remove
to
it.
kind of pick it up without hurting the paper too much because I just want to adjust this slightly.
And then there you
Smooth
go.
it out.
Perfect.
Woof. Nice.
All right, and then last is this one.
Okay, and this one's actually going to go up here. And you guys, I'm just looking at this page, but this makes it go way fast. And I'm going to make sure I like the way that looks. Perfect. Nice.
Okay. Now I need to find our extra pieces.
Okay. Are cutout pieces?
Yeah, the die cuts and stickers.
I have them.
Okay, great.
I'll go get them.
We're gonna go ahead and put down the mats first. So I've got 2 4x4s, which are gonna go here, and then we have one that's a 4x4 that goes here. So out of that pack, Lauren, we need to get this little piece here. This is the
Okay. So that's going to be
die cut piece.
this piece right here.
Yep.
I'm just going to, it's already kind of perforated. Just be careful.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and stick these down.
Thank you.
How's everybody doing? I see so many comments coming through. I just love this. So fun. All right, so this is like 1/4 of an inch, and we're coming down at 2 1/4 of an inch. So I think I'm going to use my little ruler just because I have this one here. So I'm coming down 2 1/4 and over 1/4 of an inch. So about right there. I'm more of an eyeball it kind of girl than following. And
I like that. I'm a
look, I
little
put
bit.
that upside down. Isn't that funny?
I know this is going to bother me because I accidentally unstuck it and then stuck it back. You see there's a little bubble in it.
So we're
I'm gonna fix it.
perfectionist.
I know. I shouldn't even be doing that. Once I caught my eye, I was like, oh no.
There you go.
Okay, perfect.
We got it.
Okay, and then we have our little die cut piece.
And I'm going to put this one here. So this is just coming over 1/4 of an inch more too, a same level as the top.
Okay.
And then this one is S. So this is going to be our last one. This is going to come down here 1/4 of an inch and line it up with this piece here. So everything's nice and lined up. And then Lauren, you're going to add that one.
Okay.
Now, I would normally, when I do sometimes add embellishments and stuff, I would do it on like a dimensional. But don't do dimensionals on your journaling, because you always journal after you put pages together.
What a good
So
thought.
don't ever put a dimensional underneath it.
Because that would be real, that your pen would go
your
right
pen
on
would
through.
go through, or it would
I
be
can't even,
unstable.
That is so something I would do. I'd be like trying to like not make my pen go through. That's a great tip. Okay.
Now, and you're gonna move over. We're following this one because it's about the same size. So
Sure.
you're just gonna go along and place it at the same spot. So make a
do you think
nice
about there?
even plane. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, now let's go back to the other page. Now you can see our spread together. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and do a little bit more of the preparing for this page. There is a piece, if you look at your instructions on the other side, there's one more die cut piece that we're gonna add.
Oh, on this side.
Yeah, on that side. So if you look, we're gonna use the sticker sheet. There's a die cut piece and a sticker sheet. So we're gonna use this one. We're gonna pull out this piece here. And sometimes when, if you don't wanna use these pieces, I like to do this. And I'll give you a little tip. Because I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna put something over it or I'm gonna sticker it or whatever. I just kinda like to do a little bit of a in the middle.
Okay.
And then if I wanna move anything or tuck anything underneath,
Smart.
then I don't put it all the way down yet.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Okay.
Okay.
The other thing we forgot to mention is that the back of these tell you what project page they go on, which is super fantastic.
Oh, fabulous.
So it doesn't, you don't have the option with the sticker sheet.
Let me show them this on the close
But
up
with
here.
all the dies, you have it tells you what page that it goes on.
Do you see all these great labels? That's so helpful.
All right, so now we've got this piece, and they don't really have, it doesn't tell you exactly where, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of line it up probably about right here.
Okay. Love that.
Okay. And then we are actually gonna use the words from this title. We're gonna use special day, and this is a sticker. So the one thing I'd like to do is, if you want to add dimensionals,
Okay.
I would recommend that you kind of put this on your jeans or kind of take off the tacky.
Okay.
But we're going to actually use it as a sticker.
Okay.
We're just going to use it as stickers.
I love
so,
that.
if you follow the instructions of where the placement is, Lauren, you can put both of them in each one of your hands, kind of line it up where you want it.
What do you think about that?
Yep. That
Should I
looks
go
great.
in a little bit?
Now, I want to do one thing because
How does that look before
I love it. Don't do it yet.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to do a little tip.
Okay.
Because I know we did kind of plan this a little bit, right?
Just a little.
Just a little. So I'm going to take this sticker off, and I'm using this little
That
like
is
sticker sheet
genius.
adhesive. Now this is from a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Karen's amazing. And I'm just going to place this underneath it, And then when we go back to add the piece, I can pull this off the sticker sheet and then put it down.
And place it.
Yes.
So that you can do your layering.
Yes, you can do
That
your layering.
is a great tip.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
So let's go that little close up
Yep.
and show them how we did that.
So you guys see that Cindy cut off this piece. This is where the backing of the sticker was, and she just placed it behind the sticker so that we can come back in later and add in whatever we want and then take this piece off and stick it down. That is amazing.
Great tip. Karen
yeah.
gave that tip. That's a great
Shout
tip
out
from Karen. All right,
Karen was
so
on the
let's.
live earlier.
Oh.
If you're still here, Karen. Hi.
Oh, hi, Karen!
Now the only other thing we need to do is add this little cake piece.
Oh, that is so cute.
So we're gonna add this one.
And by the way, like this is, birthday.
Right.
But we are using it
Explain.
for a Paris. We're like, the vibe was, I said, let's have the vibe be let them eat cake. Like, how cute in the pink and everything. So we are just taking this birthday theme and we are running with it and we're using it
Exactly.
for our own thing. So that's what's so
Exactly.
versatile about these kits. It's amazing.
And it was, you said, your sister's birthday,
It
right?
was. It actually, my sister turned 24 as we were on the plane heading from Houston to Paris. So that was a
So-
really, there was like a two pieces to it.
So it's a perfect theme for both both Paris and the trip. So we're gonna place this one here and stick that down. So now
Perfect.
we've got our first layout completed. Everything looks great. Now this one you could do, you could turn it either way, like it has where it's on the top.
Okay.
But you could turn it the other way if you wanted to have the flowers coming from the other side too.
Uh-huh.
So that's an option to be creative in your own way
love that.
with more of a choreographed kit.
Okay.
All right, section 2, I would say this. This is done. Let's go on to the next one. It's gonna go a little bit faster now.
Yep.
Where we're feeling like we're accomplished.
Yep.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna begin with these two. Now,
Want me to glue and you put down? Would that be a little
Sure.
quicker? Okay, that might be helpful because
that
I'm
would be
really,
great. I
really,
wanna
really
make
good
sure
at gluing.
I want to make sure. Let's turn to the next page so we can show them. So we prepared all of our top, the preparations for both of our pages. So we're gonna skip the matting of our photos and we're gonna go into our assembly. So we've got our assembly. Remember we have to put these in order.
Yes.
Lauren.
Backwards.
Oh,
alphabet.
backwards
Ooh,
alphabet.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and pull these. I've got 2B.
Okay, I got 2E,
One of these must be
2F,
2A, B,
2I,
or C.
D. Let's find C.
Must be one of
2C.
these. 2C.
2D. 2E. F. G is right here.
I love this. This is so helpful.
H.
H, I,
J. K. And L. K and L. Yeah.
K, L. Okay, so we've got this all ready to go. We're going to leave this to the side.
Okay.
And we're going to go with our first page. Now, again, this is the two-tone cardstock.
Right.
You can see the difference here,
Uh-huh.
right? So we are going to be using the, let me just, what are we going to be using? The dark side.
Yep. Perfect.
All right, so we're going to be using the dark side. And we're going to do this page first on this. I'm going to just leave this up here. So we're ready to get started. Got your adhesive?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm looking at the marks, and you're looking at this page
Yes.
over here. And the first thing we're going to do is A2. So if you want to add some adhesive across that, we're going to be looking at the bottom mark, which says it's 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, is that first piece. And this is the stripe scalloped. And you can see that our stripes are going this way. And so 3/4 of an inch. Oh, whoa, hang on. Let me
Nice.
get out my
Nice. Grid paper.
grid paper is so helpful,
Yeah.
so handy. Or you can use a ruler. So here we go here. Got it. All right, so 3/4 of an inch, and I'm placing it right here. And this is the full 12 inches, so I don't have to worry
easy.
about
Yeah.
it.
Perfect.
So, okay, next.
That was A, and now,
We're on 2B.
and this one this is the one, this is flower. So I'm actually
B,
going
we're
to
gonna do,
adhere this side.
so we're gonna erase the 2B.
Yep.
Good thing we used a pencil.
Yes.
And we're gonna cover that one with some adhesive.
We have
Okay.
a question on YouTube. If you could do the kit but not follow the instructions if you bought this.
I think if you are a crafter who can spot by eye the sizes and dimensions and things, I think you totally can do that. But if you're a new beginner crafter, this is going to help train you, teach you. You'll be able to learn from it. But if you are somebody who quickly can look at a card and instantly know, like the dimensions, then yes, you should be able to do with these without instruction.
And I also think, again, from the beginner perspective, right, like if I didn't want to be massively precise, I know we are being precise because that's important today. You can this is the graphic, right? So you could look at this and kind of what Cindy said earlier, you could eyeball this and kind of know around where things are going to go.
Okay,
Or
great.
customize
Great
it.
question.
Like if you wanted to, you know, leave an embellishment off or a die cut, you could make it your own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes. Jinx. All right. So this next one is the florals, and we're going to be coming up 3 inches from the bottom, but going over all the way to the side. So if I make my 3 inches, so again, this is like some overlay, and I'm just going to place that like so.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to 2C. 2C is going to be the light side, so you want to flip that over. And then that one is going to go right along this edge because you can see from the picture that it's just like a little bit of color in there. Yep, and then straight across. Yep. Perfect. All right. Next, we're going to do the 2D. 2D is one of the ones that has an asterisk on it. So we're going to erase this.
And do you want to just quickly re-explain the asterisk for
So
people
the
maybe just joining us?
asterisk means that you need to use the opposite side.
Flip it over.
So whatever you cut, you actually want to use the opposite side.
Yep.
So in this one, we're going to be using actually the plaid
yeah,
pattern. But
perfect.
we need to do something first.
Oh, I was so ready to.
You ready? We actually are going to make a little flag.
And now we know how.
So Lauren, I'm going to let you go ahead and do this. We're going to mark it at the 1 inch.
Okay, now I know.
And
Got
now-
my snips.
Yep.
Okay, you guys, I'll do it right here.
So coming up directly from the center, about 1/4 inch or so.
Does that work?
Yep. And then corner to the inside.
I get nervous when I know everyone's
Watching.
watching me. Yeah, I'm just gonna move it this way a little.
Can you imagine like doing this in front of
No, my hands are kind of shaking. I can't.
500
I can't
people
imagine.
right in person? But you actually, there's like, I don't know, how many people do we have on?
Oh my gosh! Don't even tell me.
I-
Perfect.
All right. So
And
now
now we can-
now add adhesive.
That looks great though. And again, you mentioned that tip earlier, but for those joining, that really was so simple. Mm-hmm. You just measure down the middle, put your little tally mark, and cut up, and then boom, boom. I mean, that really couldn't
Super simple.
be more simple. Okay.
All right, and this one's going to come up 3 3/4. So we're looking at the 3 inch and the 3/4. So it's actually going to cover up this entire peach pie. So
Yum.
again,
Both sound good. You're from Georgia, I'm from Texas. Pecan pie, peach pie sounds good.
so there's this piece. And then we're going to go to 2E, which is the 4x6. So go ahead and do tape on that. And this part, you can put actually a 4x6, or you could do 2 3x4s. So what it gives you the option that you could do 2 photos, or you could do a 4x6.
Okay.
So we're going to measure that one. It comes up 2 3/4. So 2 3/4 is right here, and then it comes over. I don't see a line there. 1/4 1/4. We're gonna eyeball it, like around here.
Looks right.
I know. I'm thinking it's like about 2 inches.
It's not this 2 1/4 down here.
No,
Oh.
it's actually coming from this side, but I was like, I don't see it. An inch over, and I don't see a line for that either. So we're just
Okay. We're rolling with it.
I think it's right here. And then this one we're gonna place is gonna be a 3x3, and that's gonna come over 1/4 inch. I did not see that mark.
Okay.
And then 1/4 inch is gonna be from here, and then this is 4 1/4. So I'm gonna do 4 1/4, boom, and 1/4 inch from the edge. So
I'm
it
gonna
kinda
move it.
just goes
Move it up a little from where
just a little
the
bit.
gingham is. Yeah.
4 1/4. That does not look like 4 1/4, but we're gonna go like this. Boom.
Oh, nice. That looks great.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then let's go back and find our flower that is part of this kit, that is part of this page. So this is the flower. And then you've got a little adhesive, so take the adhesive and place it on the back. And I like just to do the center because we're gonna have to put a picture underneath there.
Okay.
So I like to just do maybe like the edge, and then that way, once we get the photo in there, we can kind of shove it in there.
Love it.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then we'll do our sticker sheet. Now this sticker sheet comes with this fun little like ticket tag.
Label, yeah.
Labels. And so we're going to actually pull the blue one. And it is a full piece of sticker. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our snips.
Okay.
And Lauren, I want you just to cut off the one
Okay.
the blue one. And just follow the line, snip it straight through. And now we can use this piece. Uh-oh. The perfectionist
in me is perfect. Second time's a charm.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, because this is the sticky and I want to put a photo over here, let's go grab some of this again.
Okay, let me just take it maybe from here.
Okay. Yep, just a little
We're taking
open
this
space.
what is this called?
It's just like the backing for the sticker.
Oh, cool.
So you want to take the backing and stick it underneath the sides. So that way you can put your photo underneath it. And what I love about this is if you don't have your photos done and like you have this kit already, like you can easily go back and add this afterwards.
That is such a great tip.
Love this. All right.
Because
so now,
again, once this gets removed, you guys, here, let me show you.
it'll be sticky.
It will be nice and sticky when you add in your photo. So we'll just take this off because right now it's adhered to this little piece. Take it off, put your photo in, boom. Perfect.
All right. Let's go to the second page. We are down to just 3 more pages, Lauren.
Woo!
Okay.
How's everyone doing? You're getting your pages in?
All right, so now this one, we're gonna flip our page over.
Yep.
We've got our page over and we're gonna start off with 1G. So again, we're using the stripes, so go ahead and put some adhesive on that one.
I'm willy-nilly with my, there's no rhyme or reason to this.
Nope. And really it doesn't. I mean, it's gonna
It's
go
fine.
into a
Yeah.
page protector.
True, it's gonna be nice and,
You're gonna be fine.
yeah, that's nice.
So I'm gonna follow the 3/4,
Right.
but I also wanna make sure that it's going along with my page
Yeah, this
that
is
I've
my
done on the other
favorite
side.
tip of like just lining up the pages and following.
What you've done. Because with this kit, we've kind of are pulling the design from one page to the other.
Uh-huh.
All right, 2H. Now this is the one that we need to do the other side, so we're going to erase that. And I think if I remember right, Karen said, do a light pencil line. A light pencil.
Not like my heavy-handed.
So go ahead and add some adhesive to that one.
Whoa.
Okay. And then this one is going to be just a continuation of this one. Now, and you'll see that now this is a shorter side. It's not all the 12 inches. So we're leaving this
That
side
space, yeah.
the same as this
Right.
side that it's open.
Perfect.
Right? Okay. Now we're going to do, this is 2I. So we'll add adhesive to that. Can you see this on there, Abby? Make sure. Okay. And then this one is going to go right on top of that line and then just go right over
On top or
across.
in the middle?
It's actually on top. So
Okay.
you're kind of lining
Thank
it
you.
up and then adding it down.
Look level. Great. Perfect.
Okay. And then 2J is the one that we also need, has an asterisk that
Yep.
we need to turn it the other way.
And thankfully, you see it here, right? So let this be your reference. That's how we caught it the first
Yes.
time, right? Is we noticed, oh, wait, we're not supposed to be, the gingham is supposed to be the front, not the back. So just keep your eye on this the whole time. It'll help you.
All right. So this one is another one that we're going to flag.
I have to put the adhesive on it.
Not yet.
Oh.
We're going to flag it.
Oh, duh. I was like, Cindy, hello.
So I'm going to do it real quick.
Okay,
So we're going to
perfect.
just go right up
Yep.
and then corner to the inside
Yeah.
and then corner to the inside. Okay. And then Lauren's going to add adhesive to the back of the blue.
Perfect. And we're
Okay.
going to
And
go
then
this way with it.
because we have this, we're just going to line that up. All right. Now, the next part is, you see that little lovely little loop? The little pool party loop? That's from one of our dies. So we're going to get out this piece next. And we're going
That
to
is so
pull. Aren't these cute?
cute.
So it's kind of like the icing on the cake, kind of like that style.
Little swirlies.
Little swirlies. And I think, you know what we did? We didn't put it on the other side.
That's okay.
Oh, goodness. Just take a breath.
live. It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
good.
We're live.
This is good. I'll take it.
We're gonna
I'll
make
take a
this
drink.
work. You just watch. Cindy will have a solution.
Yeah.
But also, if you did forget it, the pages still look beautiful.
It's true.
True. It's, yeah, exactly.
And you
It's a
could use
value
this for
add.
something else if you wanted
True.
to.
I guess that's where the kind of the improvising comes in. If you want to
Yeah.
kind of freestyle it, you can.
Okay, but I have a trick.
Okay, tell us.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do.
I love this.
We're gonna just kind of pull this up because we only put a little bit on the side
The
there.
MVP of today
Yes.
is the seal. Because wouldn't be able to do this with the glue, or
No.
it just, or not that we couldn't, but just be a little bit
Yeah.
harder. So,
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you pull out all these little insert parts,
oh yay!
and then I'm gonna quickly just kind of lift this up.
okay,
Don't do this at home.
Oh,
Just kidding.
that's perfect. That's
Oh look, it's still coming up and no
hysterical.
problem.
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! This is when our little.
But there is also another way you can do it. You could just kind of cut it and push it underneath.
That's true. We could have cut it and kind of shove it in.
Yeah, we could.
Oh, we did it.
Oh, accidents happen.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather be having fun and chatting than be massively like,
And
it has to be like this.
and being a solution, a problem
Problem solver.
solver is really great
It's good for your
for
brain.
life. All
It's
right.
value add.
All right, for this one, I might use liquid glue. That would
Oh,
be my
sure.
only thing.
Yeah.
But if you want to use the seal, you can use the seal. Just get it started. And you're just going to add a little bit because it is behind
And
things.
just make sure to kind of hold on to it.
Yeah.
It might rip up the paper. Just be
Yeah.
careful with how we lay it.
And I'm just going to add, if you want to go ahead and do some
Oh,
of
sure. I'm
yours.
forgetting I have my own. Just watching, enjoying you. There we go. I see. Perfect.
This is like
Just
a-
little bit.
Okay, so now I've got this done and it's ready. And my circles are going up. So I'm just going to look at this.
The
Perfect.
comments are getting, they have some great suggestions for other things you can do.
Oh, tell us.
Let's hear.
Want to read some?
Help
Sid?
solve our problem.
So some of them said that you could add it to the top of the page.
Ooh.
So you
Oh,
could
yeah.
put it somewhere else location-wise.
Yep.
And you could also, kind of what Cindy said earlier, but you could cut it into smaller pieces and place it in
Pieces.
different locations.
Perfect.
Okay.
Those are great suggestions. Thank you.
We are all problem solvers here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's go ahead now and
Oops.
throw those over there.
Yep. We need our own little
Pile of.
pile.
Trash.
Scrap pile, yeah.
All right, so now,
Now,
Lauren, place that
where
down.
This is going right here.
Whew, I got
Ooh, we did it.
Okay, and then we're going to prepare this. So we have 2K and 2L.
Perfect.
So flipping them over. And you can overlay these a little bit, but I'm actually gonna, I'm not gonna do that. So this is gonna come over 1.5, and then it's gonna come up 3.5. So 1, 2, 3.5. So right here, so 3.5. Eyeball it, and then we can overlay this one, but I think we decided that we do like here
I
or
like
a little
the
bit space, like overlay.
Oh gosh. No, maybe we'll have it match this.
Okay, so we'll have a little space
Yeah.
in between. See, this is where you have the freedom
Yeah.
to change it up.
I love that.
All right, so now let's add the finishing touches.
Okay.
So we're gonna grab your balloon
Cute.
and one of the flowers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna add the celebrate because we are gonna use all of these. It goes along with our theme as well. And I'm not gonna put this down yet until we get the other pieces because I wanna make sure that it's centered. So we're gonna be adding the balloons. Is your desk looking like ours? It's like
Yeah.
it's like there's everything everywhere.
Right.
And then this one is gonna go underneath here.
And then this is gonna go. You want me to just
Yep.
slide this one?
Slide it right underneath. And now we'll place this little celebrate. We're gonna put that right in the center. And look at that. We are
Wow.
down 2 more pages.
You guys, that is so exciting.
Look at that. Ta-da! Okay, let's go on to the next one.
Okay.
Woo! We're getting there. All right, Lauren, you need to put these in order
Okay.
first.
Okay.
And we're going to be using this other special paper. that is the tone of the blueberry bushel. So 3B.
I'm just finding B. 3B.
It's probably one of the bigger ones. And let's go ahead and switch our page as well. So if you're following with us, you're going to go to page 10. That's where we are at. Okay. Any other questions coming up?
Not yet. Lots of people enjoying crafting along.
Oh.
They love the real life mistakes happen. It's
Oh,
part of it.
Keeping it real.
We have a lot of comments that say you guys are hilarious.
Ah.
And they're loving crafting with you. So
Oh my gosh. We're moving on. We're
moving
not letting
on.
it get us down. That's not what scrapbooking is about.
Nope. All right, so we've moved on. We've got our pile, and we are moving on to this next one. Make sure that your diagonal is going from top to bottom.
Smart.
And your curly
little
cues are
yeah,
down.
swirlies.
Your swirlies. And then we're going to begin with 3A. We are going to be using the blue side, so
Okay.
we're going to be putting adhesive
Perfect.
on that side there. And then our placement, we're going to come over 2 inches. So I'm going to actually move this over here. We're going to be working mostly here on the left side. So we're
Okay.
going to come over 2 inches.
Uh-huh.
And then from the top is about a 1/2 inch from the top and the bottom.
Okay, so about here, maybe?
Yep. Perfect. Okay, and now we're going to go on to 3B. No, this is 3B. Yeah, 3B. We're going to add this one. This is the stripe. So we're going to go ahead and, whoa, stop. I just looked at this, Lauren.
What? What do we do?
This is a dovetail. Let's take a breath here.
Oh,
I'm going to grab a ruler.
perfect.
So,
They're both dovetails. Okay.
Yes, they're both
the orange
dovetails.
and the stripes.
Yes.
Perfect.
so I am going to measure this. This is going to be 5 inches. So
Okay.
I'm going to mark this at 2.5. And then I'm going to come up at about a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 inch. I'm going to make this one a little bit more wider. So I'm coming up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my ruler
Oh.
to mark it.
I was going to say it might be a little harder to eyeball since it's so much wider than our other ones.
As well as keeping your scissors straight will not happen. It's not going to be as easy.
True.
So to follow a line, by marking a line and following a line, it's going
Okay.
to be a lot easier
All right,
for
that's
you
a
to
great
cut.
tip. Okay.
So Lauren, you can do the next
Okay.
one in our close-up
Okay.
and show our,
Okay.
so go ahead and cut that one.
have you ever used a trimmer, Cindy, to cut something like
That's
that?
a great question.
I'd have, you can. It's a little tricky just because you can't see where you're ending sometimes on the trimmer. So like your blade, the way that it ends. So if you're coming up here and you're marking it, so if I was doing this one next, if I was to mark it, let's see, this is at 4.5, so 2.25. You have to follow this line. That's the only thing. It's like you have to come up and follow the line, and then you're able to go from corner to corner. But you got to be really slow and go very careful. So this is something you can do as well. I just find that the scissors is a lot easier, but you can practice and play with it. So yeah, it can be done.
Nice. That looks really good.
Yeah, and so you're just lining up this tip here with the groove, and then lining that up, and then coming up from the bottom.
Oh, wow.
So you can do
That
it
is
this way
really
as well.
cool.
So it just depends on what you want to do, how you want to use it.
Okay, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this. Is that okay?
Yes, and that is going to be on on that side.
Okay.
Okay. And then this one is going to be 4.25. So let's come over
Okay.
here on this side. So it's going to be coming down 4.25 inches this way.
Okay.
So that's 4.25, and then we're going to go up and coming down 1 inch. So it's going to come up to about right here, maybe a little bit farther down. Perfect. All right, and then this one is 3C. So this one is the darker side, and we've made the flag at the bottom. And so go ahead and adhere that. And this is going to come over a 1/2 inch more than this one.
Okay.
And then it's also going to come down to, if I can find it, where is that line? 2 inches. So if we were coming down
like
2 inches from the
10.
bottom, so down to there and a half an inch over. So this is kind of like a layering kind of effect.
Is that going to be okay?
Yeah, because we're going to cover it up with another piece.
Perfect.
So this is 3D. This is the darker side, and we're actually going to be using the lighter side. And I love this part where it has that contrast of the 2 colors on this page. So again, let's go ahead and mark this one. So this one is at 4 inches, and we're going to mark it at 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to mark it for you, and you can cut it.
Perfect.
So we're coming up 3/4 of an inch, and then going corner to corner on this one. And I marked it on the back of it because then if you happen to leave a line, it's okay.
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 Smart.
All right. Okay, we're really doing good on time. Everything's
Fabulous.
looking really good. Are you all having fun?
People say they love how quick it's coming together.
Yeah.
Now that you've done all the prep work.
Yes.
I love that. Is anyone using their kit for something not birthday related? Like
Oh,
anything
yeah.
else other than maybe travel or something? I would love to hear.
Susie said she just took a photo of her dining room table. It must be as messy as our table here.
Yeah, that's amazing.
All right.
Okay.
So this
This looks good.
one is actually going to come out, and we're going to place it. We're going to add some adhesive onto the back with the dark side. I think I did this wrong, Lauren. I did.
Sorry.
Real life crafting.
Real life
crafting.
which is why we like Seal.
Yeah, this is the poster child for this
So
scrapbooking live.
This one's actually coming over this way.
Oh, someone said they're making their scrapbook for on stage. That's
Oh,
so cute.
fun.
Someone else said wedding pages. Oh my god, that's amazing.
All right, so this one goes here, and now we're gonna put that one on the other
Perfect.
side.
On this way.
Yeah, so 2 inches coming down, and then a quarter, half an inch here, and a half an inch from here. So we're actually moving it like
Okay. Perfect.
those colors. Okay, so there we go. Ta-da! All right, 3E is a photo mat, so we're gonna be using this one. And then Lauren, I want you to just add this to the center, and then we're gonna add all the pieces. So we're kind of like just kind of
eyeballing.
yeah,
that. Is
I'll
that
eyeballing where you want to
okay?
put it.
Okay.
Because we're gonna be doing flowers all
Okay.
over this page.
Perfect.
All right, so now let's go ahead and do all of our little finishing touches.
Okey-dokey.
So we're gonna be
Let's
using
see.
the love this on this. So
That
we're
is
giving it a
so
title.
cute.
Because what did you not love in Paris?
Oh god, nothing.
We loved it all. All right, so we've got this one, and I'm just gonna add this title right here. And the one thing that you will find is the embellishments and the stickers and that are not given direct sizes or measurements because we want you to be able to move things and put things where you want it to be. You can kind of eyeball it kind of thing, but it doesn't have to be exact to the 1/8 of an inch or anything like that.
That makes sense.
So now with this one, we're going to be using the large florals. We're going to be using the
lots of
die
things.
cuts. So
Okay.
if we look on the back side of this one, we're on project 3. I'm going to be pulling out all of these leaves. And the other thing I love about these kits too is you kind of have everything that you need.
Yeah.
But you also get just a little bit extra.
I love that because you can take that on your next project.
Right. You can, or if you wanted to make cards with it, you could
True.
do that. You could
Anything.
do anything with it. Maybe even make like a little memory photo book for it, like a frame.
Oh, cute.
You could use something, and that way it kind of ties back to that.
Yeah, that everything kind of coordinates.
So there's like this piece left over, and we're going to be using that. Okay, this is where it gets
It gets like finicky.
trying to pull this out live. Okay,
I know.
do you want to
Yeah,
go
what can
ahead
I do? What can I do?
and put down the
Which one do you want? Blow out the candles,
flowers.
the big flowers, or the little flowers? I guess both.
You could do the flowers first.
Okay. So it looks like, let's see here. This is gonna go here.
Kind of tucked underneath.
Yeah. Going for that. And then our big sticker flower, let's see how much it overlaps because maybe we can cut out a little piece like our little trick we've been doing.
Yes.
So I'm just going to take our sticker sheet and I can just cut into this, right?
Here, come on over here in the...
Yeah, thank you. Everyone can see it.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we get a little bit, so that way that the sticker doesn't go down until we get our photos in.
So we're going to take our sticker.
Let's
see,
eyeball it where you want it to be.
Way. And then I'm going to take this part where I know it's going to meet the photo. And I think maybe, how much is it going to overlap? Like this?
You got it.
I love that.
That's so pretty. These flowers are gorgeous.
Oh, they're stunning.
All right, and then we do need to have another flower on this
Yep,
bottom
this
part.
big one, right?
But we're probably going to also need some more of that adhesive in the back because I noticed the flowers are also overlapping the photo in the shot.
Okay.
So we'll grab a couple of
And I'll add some adhesive to our blow out the candles piece.
Okay. So we know that that's going to go about here.
Do you want to add these first? I think these go first.
Okay,
right?
let's do these. So these are the two here. And what's great about these is you do have a little bit of time to lift up the sticker sheet and put these underneath.
Sure.
So I'm just going to add.
Let's see if I can get them off. These are pretty sticky, but I think I can do it. Oh, yeah.
Just tuck them in.
Yep, perfect.
And just tuck them in underneath. Go ahead, perfectionist. Put it
I
exactly
know.
the way you want it.
I swear I'm not normally like this. I think I just want it perfect for you all.
Cindy, we had a question because the back sides of the die cuts are white. Do you think you could color them to be a different color?
Oh.
As long as you use the ones that doesn't have the writing on it. I totally think you could take it and change the color of it, but the writing might show through if you do color it.
What would you color it with?
I would color it with Stampin' Blends.
Okay.
Totally, Stampin' Blends would be the best to color with.
Oops, sorry.
It does kind of, the blends do go through the paper because it is thin, but yeah, you can definitely change. So if you want to turn this over and you wanted to do it like a darker green, or you wanted to add something, maybe even you want to add some sponging and make it a little bit more dimensionalized, you can do that as well.
Fabulous.
And then this one is going to go, we don't want to go off that page, so it's going to go right here.
And then we'll do our piece here. Oops, no, I did that wrong. Wait, let's see here. Can go right. I guess it doesn't matter because we're going to pick it back up anyway.
And what I would do, Lauren.
Yeah, tell me, show me.
Let me show you.
Oh, it's do maybe halfway?
Do it like here, because this is where your photo is going to be. So then all we have to do is just lift this up and then
put
pull
it
out.
on.
Yeah. So go ahead. I'm going to hold this down and you place it where you want it to go.
Okay, I think, let's see. I liked it here. I love it there.
Okay.
I like that a lot. Like that.
Okay. And then we'll just place this down. And then when we go back to adding our photo, we can pull this off with ease and not have to ruin anything.
We've got one more of these. Do you see?
It goes underneath.
It goes underneath.
Yeah.
And that is the, yeah, I can just ship that in. Let's see. Oh boy.
And you don't make sure that nothing's hanging off the page, because when you put it in the page protector, it will bend and crinkle. So you want to make sure everything is in the border of the 12 by 12.
I did do that on accident, but can I snip that?
You can. Take your snips.
Take
and
my
snip
snips.
that.
I did do that. I'm going to just turn our page really quickly over here. Good tip, because you're right, that wouldn't fit in the page protector, would it?
Yes. Okay, so there's our page one.
Right, and then, about the candles, last piece.
Oh, we're going to save this because we did a little bit of pre-planning,
I love
remember?
that. Yep, okay.
So we're going to use it on our second page.
Perfect. I'm going to set it over here then.
All right, so but if you're following it, you can totally put that on there as well.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to go to the second one. Now, this is our page over here, but there's no continuation going, so we really don't have to have it.
okay.
But I think it's fine.
It's nice to have it coordinate.
All right, so let's switch over our page to page 2 on the right side of the page, and now we're going to begin on this. So we're going to be doing this side here. We're going to do a little flag.
Okay.
So this is that little extra little tip, about 3/4. So if you want to try to do that,
I do.
two-handed?
I do.
Let's do it. Okay, do it over there.
Okay. Great,
So we
in front of everyone.
In front of everyone.
Okay, so Cindy made a line right here, if you guys can see. So I'm going to just take, this is bringing me back to like, what was that thing? Protractor, geometry?
yep.
Oh, goodness. Okay, is that looking, I think that's looking right. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I might do
Well,
it
a
one
little
more
bit off.
time. A little bit. Oh God.
Make sure your corner's on there. It is hard. You need
It
to like
is.
get off your chair and move.
I know.
over.
It's because I'm also I'm using my wrong hands, but it's okay. We will. Oh boy, I'll figure that out later. But you guys are getting the gist of this, right? Oh, interesting.
Corner to corner. So lay your
Yes. Oh,
ruler
I see,
down
I
and then
see,
go
I
to the
see.
tip.
Thanks.
Cindy, Lauren.
Yes.
You guys are getting a lot of love on this layout
What?
right now.
Oh, yay!
Lots and lots of love.
That is Cindy all day, every day. Can't take a lick of credit for that. But I'm happy to be part of it. Okay. That's good enough.
Yeah, that looks great. And it's on that side so we can erase the lines too.
True.
So don't worry about that.
And I'm just kind of cutting where I know I think it's going to be. So, but it's still a great tip to have it go that way because I still would have struggled if it hadn't been there.
Kind of just gives you a little guideline.
Yep. And see, look, turned out great. Yay!
All right, let's go on and add the adhesive on the back of this. So this is 3F. You're following along with us. We're going to go 1 inch down. So I've got my measurement here, 1 inch down. So I'm kind of just eyeballing it here. And then we're going to be coming over 2 inches. So I like 1 inch, 2 inch is about right there. Okay. All right, we
Perfect.
got to do some more flags. You ready, Lauren?
I'm so ready.
We're going to be doing the dark side on this one. So we're going to edit
Okay.
this one. So these are the 4 and a quarter.
Yeah, quarter.
Yep.
So maybe what, here?
Nope.
Nope.
Two.
Two and
2 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter. Over one more.
Yep.
There you go.
Cindy's so patient with me. She always is in our 4 years of working together. Very patient.
Okay, and then this one we're going to do at 2 inches, and we'll do the flag as well. So if you're following along with that, I know there's some, like, we're not doing them as deep as maybe the kit does it. It's just kind of your preference of whether you want to go a little bit of a higher flag or you want a lower
Yeah,
flag.
I just made mine a little bigger just to help me out here.
It's a little bit, it's like a preference of whether you like it with a very strong angled or you want it to be less of an angle. I like a little bit of a less of an angle.
This is a heavy duty ruler, Cindy.
It is, thanks to Abby.
Thanks, Abby. Okay. Again, I like this tip too of doing it on the back because this is going to
Yes.
be a mess kind of, and then it'll be perfect when you flip it over. And I'm just taking my, my line's not 100%. I'm just going to take my scissors where that point is and just go up from there and follow the line up there. Perfect. Making it work.
I'm gonna grab this pencil and mark this at 2 inches.
Perfect. Who likes the sound of cutting? Oh, ASMR moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
more.
You do that.
Perfect.
One more. Last one.
more.
Last one, Lauren.
I love it. It's good, actually. The more reps you do, truly, like the cutting taught me that. You get better fast. Okay. Is anyone just like freehanding it on their flags? Are they that cool? I bet we have a lot of people that can do that.
Okay, so now this one is your darker tone. So we're going to come over to, this is where I can't see these measurement lines. I feel like I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to amend this a little bit.
Isn't that the beauty of crafting? Everybody
Yes.
looks
Amen.
slightly different.
And look at that. It looks great.
Love it. All right, and so this one is the light side, so we're going to put some adhesive on this one. And then this one, we're going to come over at 3 1/4 inches from the edge. So that's 3 1/4 coming up this way and about 1/2 inch down, like so. Okay. All right, now the last things we do is our little pieces.
Okay.
So we're going
Okay.
to add.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
Yep. Oh, Sandy said she freehands her flags and adds ribbon too. That is amazing. Holy
Adds
moly.
ribbon.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. I love ribbon.
All right, and then this one is 3.5 inches over. So if I'm you always want to start from one side to the other side. That's where we give your measurements. So 3.5, 1, 2, 3, coming up a half, and then coming from the bottom, which is about 2.5, 1, 2.5. So look at that. I eyeballed that pretty good.
Good job.
All right, so then we move
Got the
over
touch.
1/4 of an inch from this side, and you're going to add that one.
Okay.
And that's going to go up here.
Up
right
here, like,
So-
like
yep.
this. I see. Like that.
Yep. And then this one is following this line here, and then we're placing it 1/4 of an
Okay, that
inch
looks
from
great.
that one, like so.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so the last thing we have to do is our little
Our cake.
and our
Okay.
little cupcake.
Oh, cute.
And we have everything. So we're using everything on the die cuts for the rest of the die cuts that you have for this one. So all you should have left is a couple of the leaves and then this curly Q that is the pink icing. And then we've got a couple of stickers, which are really great. We've got 2 border stickers, a couple of flowers that are beautiful. We've got a cake, and then we have the rest of these pieces that we're going to use later on to kind of finish up your pages.
Perfect. Are we going to use this one
Yes,
later?
we
Okay,
are. No, we're using that now.
Oh,
Yep,
fabulous.
we're going to add that one right now.
Perfect.
So you can see our pages are looking
They
fantastic.
look amazing. And guys, are you surprised with how fast this is coming together? Because I know I am. I just didn't know what to expect today. And this is gorgeous. And this took, I mean, what, 15
We've
minutes?
been going on for like right now
About what?
2.5 hours almost. Close to
Is that
2.5
right?
hours. Close to 2
Yeah,
hours.
yes, 2 hours.
Yeah.
But
And we
still, I
already
mean,
have
we've done
6
so much.
pages.
I love
And even
that.
though you're doing it together with me and we're following along, I don't think it would take you much more than that.
No, I totally agree. And you wouldn't have to be coaching someone through it. Like, you'd probably be way faster. I know Cindy would probably cut this in half.
No, I think that I have put some of these together before, and it does take a little bit of time, even if we're eyeballing things. But all right, so we're gonna add that little tag. So this is one of the tags, and you can see where it goes. It just kind of like lays
cute.
into this little corner right here. So we're doing it.
Do you want it to be flush with this or a little bit offset?
So this is where you have the option to do whatever you want to do. So
I
Lauren,
kind of like it offset a
There
little
you
bit.
go.
I kind of like it right there.
okay, and then we're going to add the little cupcake here on the side. And what I love about adding
Cute.
some like layering abilities to this is that you can kind of do your journaling like around it, so it kind of adds like some interest
love
to
that.
your journaling. So okay, so there we go.
Wow.
There are the third set actually, our pages. So here we go. Look at that. Let's go back and pull in the last ones.
Okay.
Where are they?
Oh, sorry. Of course, I put them on the ground, so I'm not going to get up. It's all good.
Okay, so let's take a look at what we've created. So there's our third layout together, all done, ready for some photos. Here is our second layout. Super cute.
That is,
Got
the
some-
pink is getting to me because you know that's my
we
favorite.
love pink. And then here is our first layout.
Wow.
So fun, right?
Wow.
Isn't this this has been fun. And so easy.
I'm shocked. Like, I'm truly shocked with like how I feel like from when we started to now, I feel like I have everything I need to go off and do this myself. So I
Yes.
hope you guys feel so empowered.
Hey, you know what? I have a fun idea.
What?
Let's give away a Wildflower Celebration scrapbooking workshop kit. Abby, can we
Yes.
give one away?
Can we do that?
I don't know. What do you think? I think we should. How
Come
about
on.
Let's do
let's
it.
do
Come on, please.
let's do 3 of them.
Oh,
Let's give away 3
3?
kits.
Woo!
Let's do it. Okay.
All right. So to apply or to what is the submit
To submit. To enter.
to enter the giveaway, you'll need to answer this question in the comments, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube or Instagram. What event in your life would you scrapbook with this kit?
That's amazing question. Okay.
I know for me, I'm going to use it for my Disney World trip.
Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
That's perfect. That would be so fun for Disney.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. Took a deep breath. We are going to announce our winners after the break. We're going to take a break. So this is important. Stick around to claim your prize, okay? Because it's going to be live in the comments. So make sure you come back after our 5-minute break because that's when we'll be choosing our winners, okay?
All right, we'll see you soon.
Do what you love, live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of. It's what you're dreaming of. What we love, what
Sometimes it can feel so difficult to catch hold of the inspirational. Yeah, but it can be so simple. Love what you do, share what you love. Nobody said there was a secret formula. You know it's so simple, and it's your time to shine. Be who you wanna be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. Look inside and be in all you can be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. Take a little look inside yourself. What you'll find there's like no one else. Discover new abilities. Embrace your creativity. 'Cause it's your time to shine. Be who you wanna be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. Look inside and be in all you can be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy, easy. Back when you could be anything, so eager to build a dream. Young enough to wanna take a chance. There's no difference between now and then, it's still within your reach. It's your time to shine. Who you wanna be. Beginning, the rest is easy. Beginning, the rest is easy. Look inside and believe in all that you can be. Beginning, the rest is easy. 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 Look inside and believe. You don't have to worry about me. You don't have to worry about easy. Beginning, the rest is easy. The rest is easy. Who you wanna be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. Sometimes the hardest part is started. All you can be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. Rest is easy. Be who you wanna be. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy. So what do you wanna be? Look inside and you can see. Begin, the rest is easy. Begin, the rest is easy, easy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you all stayed put. I hope you all had a snack, had a moment to breathe, do a stretch. I know we got to do that. So, okay, Sid, are we ready to announce our winners?
Yes, we have our winners.
Yay!
Okay, so we have from Facebook, Michelle Rushing.
Woo!
From Instagram, we have Mommy315. From YouTube, we have Michelle Christ.
Ooh.
Please email us at social@stampinup.com to claim your prize.
Yay! That is amazing. Congrats to our winners.
So to recap, this is what we're giving away for
Yep.
our first giveaway, and to recap what we've already done. So let's talk about what we did.
Okay.
Just
Ooh.
to kind of refresh everybody. We actually pulled in all of our scrapbooking elements.
Yes.
We created all 3 layouts. We followed the instructions.
Yeah.
Lauren learned about the ruler.
I learned a lot.
And then we learned about how to make a flag or a dovetail.
Yep.
And then we continued on to assemble all of our pages. And now Lauren has 3 pages, 3 sets of pages that are ready to go for her photos.
I love that.
So, your next question.
Okay, guys, we are going to ask another question, okay? We
Oh, no,
want to... Oh,
Go back a little bit. we are actually, what we want to know from you is what were your aha moments from section 1? What were something that you were like, wait a minute, I didn't know that. Like, we want to hear some of your comments from that.
Some standout moments. And I want to hear from the beginner scrappers, crafters, scrapbookers, and I want to hear from the experts. Okay, what stood out? Because, I mean, you guys, Cindy was like dropping bombs all over the place of like juicy tidbits of info. So we want to hear from you.
So, and we hope that you loved it. We're really real. We do make mistakes. We're not perfect. And so if you do that too, it's okay. You know, you can work around it.
Absolutely.
All right. So in this section, we are going to make more layouts.
Woo!
So I love that tip that we got from our comments is how they kept the instructions and they learned to make more of the pages with other designer series paper or other things.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take the additional scrapbook from scratch pieces that are involved with this set of scrapbooking kits. We have this section right here, so you can see this. Well, we have first, this is the designer series paper that is from Wildflower Birthday. So you can actually get this in our mini catalog right now. And it has all the papers that we used for the kit, but it does have like
additional pages.
Okay. But also like the kit has special ones of sort of these. And then of course you've got just the sticker sheet. So the dies don't come with this. It's just the sticker sheet.
The stickers are fabulous.
Yes.
Wow.
The stickers are fabulous. So you do have this as well. And then you've got a pack of two-tone cardstock. This is the Wildflower Celebration two-tone cardstock pack. And you get Blueberry Bushel, Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pool Party, Pretty in Pink, and Soft Seafoam. So you get all of those colors in this pack. So
and these coordinate with these.
Yes.
I love that.
And let's take a look at them. I'm going to open these really quickly so you can see all the colors that you're going to be getting with this pack. And you get not just one of each, which is really nice. You get actually two of each.
Oh, that's amazing.
So you've got two. So we're going to pull.
And really, if you count both the dark and the light, it's like double.
Yeah, definitely. Like you could use this again. You could use this for more photo mats. You could use this for a full page. You could use this for stripes and strips again.
That looks
that
so
kind of
good.
follows the same. We've got the peach pie.
Wow.
You've got the pool party.
That is so striking.
So there's a lot that you get with this color, with this two-tone pack. So you've got Pretty in Pink.
We're running out of room.
Of course, Seafoam. How beautiful. So I love, look at all this.
I mean, this alone, even if you had these as like regular pages, like just this, this would make such a beautiful, attractive scrapbook. I mean, really. I mean, the colors are beautiful.
The colors are beautiful. You could even make, like, cut these and make like a rainbow stripe. I see. I got a little bit of, wow, wait a minute.
She has her tips lined up.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make some additional pages. And Lauren, pull out the soft seafoam. Now, I have to tell you that I did do a little pre-planning for these last pages because I was trying to come up with a really great concept of how we can show this being used. So I made some pages. So let's pull this off.
Okay.
We might need that later. So you remember back at this layout here, we used this layout. This was the page 1 and 2, so the first layout. And we're going to copy this, but we're going to use some of our scraps that we have left over. We're going to use our designer series paper. We're going to use our sticker sheet. We're going to use our two-tone. And we're going to make another full 2-page layout.
That's amazing.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to follow kind of along this style.
Okay.
And we're going to be creating it here.
Okay.
So I have already pre-cut everything.
Oh, amazing.
Just following exactly what we did on this one.
Oh,
all
fabulous.
the same measurements and layouts, but some different paper and some different pieces.
I have a question.
Yes.
So are you kind of saying that you could take, like, if you had a scrapbooking workshop kit, you could save the directions and really just use the directions as a template to do literally whatever you wanted.
Exactly.
With the papers.
Exactly.
Oh, I mean, that is like such a value add.
Like I love this. It's such a great But what other designer series paper could I use this with? What other
Anything.
things that I could use? What other kits could I have that I could make the same layout and
This would be
continue
so
on?
funny because, you know, this is like quite girly and feminine. You could make this exact same spread for like a Father's Day or something a little bit more
Yes.
masculine. Like you can do that.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So again, I'm not going to worry about the A, B, C, all
Okay.
those things. So we're just going to kind
We're
of...
not doing the alphabet backwards.
We're not doing that backwards. So I've got these two pieces.
Cute.
So you noticed that we did these in white.
Yep.
We're going to do these in a pattern paper.
Okay.
And this comes from a specialty. Like, look at
Wow.
that foil
That
on
foil
there.
is like, looks so good on there.
So pretty. But
Whoa.
we're going to use this really cute little textured pattern with the soft seafoam.
Here, do you want me? I don't know if they can see the. I'm just gonna give a little close up really quick of that amazing pattern. Now you guys can really see.
Like a
that.
little dot.
It looks great.
Okay, so Lauren, you do that side and I'll do
Okay.
this side.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna be doing some tape, adding our seal on this. So if you want to craft along, you can, but during this time, this is just something for you to watch and learn and how to incorporate other papers and other designs to it. But you can totally craft along with us if you're getting prepared. So it's a 1/2 inch all the way around, Lauren. So make sure you're a 1/2 inch all the way around. And I'm gonna move this.
I'm
up
always
here.
slower than Cindy, so thanks to your patience.
That's your
That's my perfectionism
Perfectionist.
showing. Crazy.
All right, so then this one, we are using the stripe paper.
Okay.
And what I decided to do is this little blue piece, or the pink piece, the blue piece, I decided to leave that out. I didn't want to add that. So
Okay.
we're just going to have these two pieces be that kind of like connecting
Okay.
piece to each other.
Because these are going to be on the same kind of spread, essentially.
Right. So when I cut this, if you notice, our lines line up
That's beautiful.
perfectly. So if you do one
Perfect.
full piece and then cut it. So we're going to cover these. Look at this one. This
Woo!
one has
Wow.
a little bit of glimmer with the gold foil on the cakes.
That feels very Parisian.
I know, I can imagine everybody saying, why are you using the beautiful paper on the other side? All right, so we're going to line this up. Let's do this all together. And we're just going to place this in the center.
Hey, Cindy.
Yeah.
Does the two-tone cardstock include all of the coordinating colors from the suite?
Sometimes it's just the top 6 colors. Like if a suite has like more than like several colors, it's usually we just pick the top 6, 5 to 6 of the cardstock color that goes with the suite. So there might be a color in here that's not in the paper, but we try to always capture everything in there.
Good question.
All right, so now we know these I've cut. These are going to be our mats. So I've got these, right? So we've got
I love the pink.
Changed it a little bit up, and we're going to use these strips. So again, we had extra strips, and so I'm going to use the white
Okay.
and the white.
Okay.
We're going to do this one. I love that little
That is so cute. It's very springy.
And then we're going to use the opposite side, the blue on
Cute.
this. So I think I have a couple of these. The smaller and the smaller. I had a little bit more because I was like, let's
That
just
is
kind of
way cute.
have fun with this. And then this one goes here. This one goes here. And then this one. Did I need this one? Oh, goodness. Let's see. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I did. Oh, the cakes on the bottom.
Cute.
So instead of 4, I went, because I had my scraps, I needed to have a little bit more. So we were going to go with 5 instead.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flag our ends.
And I know how to do that now.
All right, so Lauren, let's do this free-handed.
Ooh!
Okay.
She's getting crazy.
Well, they're smaller, so you can do them
Totally.
more free-handed like this. So you're going to go across the center, corner to
So you're
corner.
going up first,
Mm-hmm.
and then corner.
And you probably wanted to do it on the other end, because if you look, our flags are going to be at the other end. It's okay. We got it.
Yay! Wait, we don't want it like, oh, but I'm upside down.
Upside down.
Yay! Okay, and that's why.
And that's why. But that's okay.
Should we just,
I
do you
don't
want me to
even
cut,
know.
want me
Do
to
we
cut
have-
it off? And then
Perfect.
Just cut off.
Cut it off and then do the
start-
flag
okay.
the other side. Perfect.
Yay, here, I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Let's see here. I'm just cutting this off like it never happened.
There you go. Now do the opposite end.
And then do the opposite end. So we're going to do, because we want it facing
Out.
out. So we're going to do here. So,
So-
now I'm, yes.
You have demos cheering you on.
Oh, yay. Thank you. I
They're
need
saying
it.
you can do it.
Thank you guys. Oh, I love you all. Oh my gosh. It's needed.
So with this one, we did flags on just one end, but I thought it would be fun to do flags on both sides. So that's why we're doing this. It doesn't mean that the exact layout has to be exact. You can kind of alter it a little bit. There you go.
That worked out. Another tip of a little, it's like Bob Ross. A little happy accident.
No, that's true. And it's okay if it's a little bit smaller because
That's
that's
okay.
the smaller end.
That's okay. No one has to know. No, okay. Are they all being flagged? Which ones are being flagged?
All flagged.
All of them.
We're just going to keep flagging all of them.
Okay, and Cindy goes at twice the speed. I'll put these up here, but it might not be perfect.
All right.
and that's okay.
I actually pulled in the willow white because I liked this contrasting of white against, like with this piece we had white that was really like a bold color, and then it had a little brightness to it. So I wanted to add in a little bit of white. And with our scraps, we had a big white piece that I wanted to cut down. Okay, I can't even talk. All right, let's give it a little drink.
Oh,
While
yeah.
Lauren's,
I'm really working on it.
you're doing great.
You take a breath. Everyone can watch my flagging. Dovetailing. That's that what you called it?
Dovetailing or flags.
Okay, I love that. Oh goodness.
Making little flag,
These
little
are, I
banner
don't know
flags.
why these remind me so much of a bookmark. Because of the end, right? Or like ribbon or something sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. Sorry. Let's see. Is there a way that you wanted that to go? Do you want it this way or this way?
So it doesn't matter.
Oh, great.
With that one, it doesn't matter because the directionals are not as necessary. You already put tape on that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, another one down. Thanks
Okay.
for cheering me on, guys. Got some good cheerleaders.
All right, so now we're going to start with this bottom piece. And so,
Okay.
Lauren, you can place this one. We're going to place this one about right here.
Okay.
You go ahead and put yours down because I have a little tip to give.
Ooh, Cindy's full of the tips.
I love giving tips. Okay, perfect. So with me on this one, I decided I want my photo here, but I don't really like how this doesn't go over this
Okay.
little line. So I'm going to give a little hack because I'm going to just snip
Oh.
it and then I'm going to place it on the edge over here,
Okay. Oh, this is genius.
right?
What?
And now
You're
I'm
gonna
going to
extend
this as
it
long as
out.
I want it to be.
Oh, wow, Cindy.
Little tips.
Wow.
Little tips. Okay, so
That's
now
fabulous.
I know that I want this about right here. So,
Okay,
and then
you
I
can
can
just
make it as
yep.
long as I want it to be.
How
And just
cute.
following these little lines that give us the measuring guides and lay it down.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, so now we're going to do the blue. So let's do, you have a blue one? That one. Yep. And we're going to add this one on top. And the way that I designed it, I didn't want these to overlap, so we're just going to build them upon each other. So one on top of the other and just add it right over the top. Now this one I might do the same by adding it a little bit longer,
Okay.
just so that my flags go off a little bit more. Okay, and now the white one will do the same. We're going to add this one. This is a little longer. Like I said, these were all made with scraps that I had left over, so I was a little bit more restricted, I guess you could say. Yeah, just kind of overlap, making sure they line up.
This looks great so far. Wow.
Right, and then this one is next. I love how we're building this together.
I know.
And then we'll add this blue on the very, very top. So we're, again, following a little bit of what the first pattern was, the first layout was, but we're changing it just a little bit to make it our own.
But I mean, this is gorgeous. And this literally, like you said, this was from scraps. Like this is so creative that you could take these pieces, make them with the little flags on the end, and this looks custom. Wow.
All right, so we're going to use the lighter of the pink. What do you think, dark or the light?
I like the light.
I like the light too. So let's go ahead and just do this one. We're going to place this one over here in the center. So remember on the first page, we did this journaling spot?
Yes.
We're going to actually place a photo there. So go ahead, Lauren, take that piece and place it.
No problem. No problem. Don't panic.
Just light. There you go.
There
You
we
got
go. Okay, perfect. And we're going to set it, why don't we put her like what, here?
I think that's great. Okay, and then on my side, I've got some 4x4s
Okay.
and a 3.5x4. And so with the configuration on the other one, we had 4x4s up here and we had it down here. But I'm going to change it up a little bit.
Okay.
So we're using the light side of the two-tone cardstock. And I'm just going to add some adhesive here. And this one. And you can see you don't need very much adhesive at all. And then this one, again, because it's 4x4, I want to hide that little area where I kind of fibbed it a little bit, right?
It's amazing.
And then I'm going to go up a quarter of an inch here. And then this one, I felt like there's a little hole over here.
Yeah.
So because we didn't add that other layer underneath it, so I'm going to add a little
That
photo
looks
over here.
great there.
And just add this little photo on this side.
Wow.
All right, so now what I need to do is let's pull some embellishment.
I love that.
All right, so let's open up our sticker pack.
Okay.
And actually, Lauren, I must tell you this.
Tell me.
Wait.
Oh, God,
Hold
sorry.
on.
Oh, I won't open that.
So in this pack of designer series paper, this is special.
Okay.
So in this pack of paper are 4 pages of die cuts. Let
Oh.
me show you.
I didn't know that.
This is amazing. And in this, when I made this for you, I didn't even use all of it.
Wow.
So you get the paper, right? Look how cute
That is
paper
amazing.
You get all these
Oh,
little
my
like
goodness.
tags.
What?
We're gonna use some of this as well. And then you've got this beautiful pattern here.
Wow.
This one with those
We love
scallops,
that
but
with
with
the
the
foil.
foil.
Can you see that?
Yep. Here is the 2. That's the foil, the ones that we used before. Lauren's favorite.
My mom is gonna die. I got my love of plaid and gingham from her.
This beautiful with the gold as well. We have the same stripe that's from the kit. And then on the back side
Wow.
is the foil.
This is a wow.
This is wow. It's
I mean,
a really great paper.
for real.
But this is the best. Look at this. This is all die cuts.
Oh.
And not only do you get 1, you get 2. Look at that.
Okay, how long would this take you to manually die cut?
So a lot.
A long time, right?
So this is the great thing about this designer series paper is that you get these die cuts already
Wow.
printed and die cut for you, so you could use them with papers. So this alone, just the DSP, is great for card baking and scrapbooking. Such a great worth effort. We're only going to use one of these on all of our pages.
That's amazing.
We're not going to even use this other one. So now I have this one that I
Yeah.
can use with other things.
And I love, again, how versatile this is. You look at the balloons. This could be for any type of birthday, any type of celebration. This banner, that could be for graduation. Like, there is so much diversity within this that you could pull from.
Yes.
Wow.
I love it. And so what I went ahead and did is I've cut some of these pieces
Okay.
already up. So we're going to use this little
Let
piece.
me set this aside.
Oh,
Oopsie.
actually, I want
Oh,
you to pull
nope.
out the balloons.
Okay.
And we're also going to go back and pull out the little, remember the pink swirly squirrel that
Yes.
we had left? We're going to use that as well.
Where did that go?
I'm going to look for it.
We're going to find it.
I was like, I know we had it.
I know we did.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, we've got our balloons.
Because I thought this was so
Perfect.
cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
I was like,
Wow.
we need to use it somewhere. So we're going to use it on this page.
Perfect.
So on the balloons, I'm going to add it to the main photo. I love adding something that's like a big imagery and adding it to a photo. So I'm just going to
Okay.
place it
Oh, I won't get out of your way.
over here. Okay.
That looks so cute like that. And do you see the foil detail of the little the balloon strings? That
strings.
looks so good.
All right, and then there is this really cute little banner. I want to add this. Look how cute this is, the little tassel banner.
Oh, I love me a
Let's
tassel
add,
banner.
let's
Sorry.
add this.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. We're
In your
just,
face. Up close and personal.
All right, and then this one, I'm going to add a little adhesive, and we're going to add this on the top. like so. Still giving myself enough room
adorable.
to place it underneath my photo under it. So a little bit of that. How cute is that?
Wow, that looks
Love it.
amazing. Again, the die cut pieces are bringing these pages to life. I mean, they were cute before. I mean, perfectly fine. But this just elevates them to that next level.
Yep. Okay, so remember when I made that mistake of not putting these in the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the solutions is to cut it. So that's what we're going to do with this one since we've already placed it down. And so we're going to do a little bit of operating on this little piece here.
These squigglies are getting to us. Our squigglies are not our friend today. No, they're so cute.
So I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to this
Okay.
one first, to the one side. And then I'm going to place it down. And then I'm going to trim it.
Oh.
So let's trim this
smart.
down like so.
Wow.
And then, since I know that that's going to be there, I'm just going to trim this here. Add a little adhesive. So kind of problem solving. And placing
Smart,
that under
Cindy.
here.
Oh my gosh.
You
she's
can
a
trim off
genius.
that edge.
As if it were
And then
never a
adding
problem.
a little bit here. I usually would probably use liquid glue with this.
Okay, because it's just a little bit
Yeah,
more dainty.
it's a little bit dainty.
Okay.
And then this one, actually I'm gonna just snip this and place this underneath like so.
Wow.
All right, and there we
How
go.
cute.
Okay, so got a couple more things to do for this page. We're gonna add a little bit of that journaling, the tag that's from
Okay.
the designer series paper, and we're gonna put it right underneath your 4x6 photo.
Okay.
So place that over there.
And no overlap, just underneath.
Yep, straight underneath in the center.
Like this? Or under?
Oh, just a little bit
Yeah,
down
that's what I was
lower.
thinking too.
Little
Sorry.
quarter of an inch down
Yeah.
lower.
That's what I was thinking. Kind of looks like a painting and a little label. Like the Louvre.
All right, and there
Let me get this
is
on really quick.
our layout. Like this
Wow.
is the first one. I don't know if we can see all this, but you can see this one here, and this is our second version of that layout.
Wow. Oh my, I can't tell which one I like better. Like, I
Right?
love them.
I love the color difference, same kind of layout, a few things that are added and taken away, some things that are the same, so I love that. I went ahead and did all the other ones, so I want to show you what I
Okay.
did with those. So Lauren, move those.
Okay.
And I will grab these other layouts that I did. All right, so remember this one? We did this one here. So we did it side by side. Now we're gonna get to the point where I'm not gonna do this step by step, but if you want to take a screenshot of your video, and I will show you how, I'll pause it, I should say.
Okay.
All right, so on these, great layout, right?
Yes.
And I wanted to do something a little different. So I just turned them this way.
Oh.
And when I made them, that is the new
Oh
color.
my gosh. Wow.
So fun. So it's not necessarily that your layout has to remain the same.
Yeah.
You could change the direction of it. So,
That's incredible.
all right. So that is one. So if you can look at it together,
Okay.
let's lay it out here and let
Okay.
them take a photo if they want to take a screenshot of that. Or
Wow.
maybe we can get a photo and add it into the comments later or
Sure.
something, or in our event. So we could do something like that, right, Abby?
I was just thinking this could be its own post.
Oh, yeah. We
Smart.
can share.
Stay
Love that.
tuned.
So here what I've done is I've taken a couple more of the stripes that we had left over. I've added some tags from the designer series paper. This is that leftover
That's
sticker
so
cake that
cute.
we had. This is like a whole bunch of the die cuts that are from the designer series paper that I've just kind of layered over and created a cluster.
Wow.
So super easy, did a little bit of that flagging to add, made sure that the colors that I used on this side are the same as the colors on this side, and kind of added that layer. So
Perfect.
so
Wow.
cute.
Amazing job.
Thanks.
Wow.
All right, let's go to the last one. So
Okay.
let's take a look at this one. This was our third layout.
Okay.
And we had, this one was so cute as is. And now let me show you what this one looks like. So again, I decided, I'm trying to remember what I did now. Oh yeah. So this is the new layout. So I used the two-tone old olive.
Wow.
Added the blueberry for the labels.
Uh-huh.
I used, instead of peach pie. I used Pretty in Pink. I used your
gingham,
plaid in
yes.
the back. Flipped it around and used the
Wow.
really foil. And then I had a couple of these extra florals from the designer series paper, and we're able to add all the flowers.
Perfect. I mean, that looks incredible.
So
I
cute,
mean,
right?
wow.
So this
Can't
one,
stop saying wow.
So this one is looking like this
Wow.
together. So there we go. 6 full layouts.
Yeah.
Already completely done.
Wow.
So this is the way that, like the opportunity to have all this extra product can create more pages using the same layouts that you've learned from the kit.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's amazing, Cindy. Wow.
So yeah, so hey, I think this is a great opportunity for us to give away this designer series paper and sticker sheet.
Oh, 100%. Let me pull it back up.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Can we do that?
Abby,
Absolutely.
I think we should do another giveaway. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Let's do 3 more.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, so to submit the question to answer is, how long have you been scrapbooking?
Ooh. That's
Okay,
a good
so
one.
Lauren, how long have you been scrapbooking? An hour and a half?
2 hours. How long have we been doing this? 2 hours.
So tell us a little bit about your scrapbooking history.
Okay, so I did scrapbook briefly in college. I grew up in Texas and did some scrapbooking in East Texas, shout out. And that was very fun, but I will say that it looked nothing like this. I mean, I was like going to the craft stores and was like, I can't afford any of this. Like I had to get really creative. So a little dabbling back in college, but truly this type of like luxury scrapbooking, I truly since today. So I mean, how long have you been scrapbooking?
Okay, so I've been scrapbooking for about 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
My passion was paper crafting started with scrapbooking. I used to go to scrapbooking retreats.
Wow.
I went with my 2 best friends, and to this day, we still go on trips so that we can scrapbook our pages together.
That's
so
amazing.
Love scrapbooking. I've done so many Disney scrapbook pages in the
What about
past.
your girls?
I've done,
Did you do,
Yes.
obviously for your baby girls, they're
Yes.
not babies, but.
Yeah, not babies anymore. I've got my babies are having babies.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to get back into scrapbooking more because now I have grandchildren and I want to remember to
Yes.
capture those special moments. And so I'm adding a little bit more scrapbooking back into, and I'm using these kits
Yeah.
and I'm using the scrapbooks
This is
from
huge.
scratch and kind of get back into scrapbooking all over again. And it's kind of revitalized my creativity.
That's incredible. Okay, so we see your comments coming in. We can't
Yes.
wait to read them. So you guys, we are going to take another quick break. We are going to announce the winners after the break. Okay, so please stick around in the comments. We do not want you to miss your name being called. Stick around in the comments to claim your prize, and we're going to take our quick break, and we'll be right back.
Doing it my way, doing it my way. Yes, I am. I am in control. I am. Watch me go. Doing it my way, doing it my way. Can you say yes? I am independent. Watch me dedicated. Doing it my way, doing it my way. Yes, I am. I am in control. I am. Watch me go. Doing it my way, doing it my way. Can you hear me say, yes, I am?
Something out there is calling in the air, in the wind, it's calling you. Yeah, yeah. It's there on the horizon, shining bright, reaching out and breaking through. Yeah. Letting go of everything that's holding you down. Ready to take a chance, lift your feet off the ground. Right in front of you, so many possibilities. Now is your time, there is so much you can achieve when you dream. Dream big. Stamping up will help you make it. Go ahead and take it, just dream. Dream big. Trust your intuition, don't limit your ambition, just dream. You can dream, dream big. Open your eyes, created, you will find everything that you need. Yeah, yeah.
come to you, you will see. If you believe, you will succeed. Oh yeah, yeah. Anything is possible, so set your sights high. There's power in the vision. Spread your wings and fly. When you dream, dream big. Stepping up will help you make it. Go ahead and take it. Just dream, dream big. Trust your intuition. Don't limit your ambition. Just dream. Yeah, you can dream. Dream big. As high as you can reach, as far as you can go. You are what you dream. Never let it go. When you dream, dream big. Stepping up will help you make it. Go ahead and take it. Just dream, dream big. Break your inhibitions. Take it to the limit. Just dream, dream big. Trust your intuition. Don't limit your ambition. Just dream. Come on and dream. Dream big. Dream. Dream.
Anything is possible. It started with a dream. Our passion made a difference and built a family. We've grown strong together. You know it's all because everybody plays a part in doing what we love. You can bet it doesn't matter where you go. You find a friend who does just what they love and lets it show. One card at a time can really change the way we live. Focused on the sharing and the chance we have to give. You can do most anything, so just do what you love. Live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of. What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration.
Well, welcome back. Sid, do we have our winners?
We have our winners. We have from YouTube, Maria's Crafting Corner.
Woo!
Facebook, we have Justine Russell.
Woohoo!
And Facebook, Nancy Dodge.
Yay!
Amazing, you guys, congratulations.
Woohoo! All right, so Lauren, let's recap section 2 that we just finished.
Yep.
And talk a little bit about what you learned.
Okay, let me think on it. Let me take a second, right? If the people, okay, comment if you've been here since the beginning of the live.
Yeah.
Because we want to know who's been here since the beginning. But it's also amazing if you just hopped in because we are going to recap. So, okay,
Yes.
section 1, let me just touch on that really quick. Section 1, we went over the scrapbooking workshop kit, and that was amazing. We went through all the 6 pages, and we went step by step. Section 2, we took the additional pages, and we did 6 additional pages from those pages. Why am I saying pages?
Using the templates.
Thank you.
And
Using
the
the
cut-out
templates,
instructions.
Using the instructions from the scrapbooking workshop kit.
Yep.
We took this. Well, you did. I won't say we. You took that and you made 6 additional spreads, essentially layouts.
6 additional pages. Yep.
For
3 layouts.
for the scrapbook,
Yep.
using like some of the die cutting pieces and some of the additional stickers because we had leftover pieces,
Yeah.
which was incredible.
We had a lot of leftover pieces, but also we added that whole designer series paper that has those die cut pieces.
Yeah.
2 times. So we had a lot more that added to this layouts that we could continue it. So that was really nice to have. I think that you could even go beyond that because I still had quite a bit left even after creating those other additional 6 pages that we could even expand more. So if Lauren had more pages that she wanted to, she could just follow another one of the layouts and make more pages.
That's amazing.
Fun.
Okay, guys, are you ready to gear up for our section 3?
Section 3. Okay, so we are going to be talking now about photos.
Yeah.
One of the things that I love about photos is trying to get photos that fit and capture the essence of where you were or what you did. So Lauren, let me ask you this question first. How many photos did you and your whole family take during your trip to Paris?
Oh God, I went. There was 9 of us, so we had like a family. What is that called? Like a shared album. So I would say easily over 1,000 photos.
Oh yeah,
like easily.
And you're not going to take all of those photos, get them printed. That's how expensive that would be.
Oh goodness.
So you want to kind of like go back and capture exactly what photos were your favorites, what were your favorite memories. So like Lauren, you were talking about when you were on the airplane, you were like, you knew we were going to be doing this event. So you kind of like went and added some favorites of your trips into another album.
Yeah, that was so helpful. I went in on my trip back. I had my 8-hour return trip. And so I went through my 1,000+ photos, and I have an iPhone. And so I just favorited them and put them in a Paris album, just some, because we took just a gajillion photos.
Yes.
So that, I think I ended up maybe with around 150. So that helped massively narrow it down from the over 1,000+ photos, because I knew we were going to be doing this, and that helped us be able to sort through.
Yeah. So if you pre-ordered the kit, you can kind of see what kind of photos also you need. And usually we have about 3 to 4 photos per page. Or there is a way to add more photos, and we're going to share you all about flip-flops. It's so fun to use flip-flops because if you have an abundance...
And you're not saying flip-flops.
Flip-flaps. Flip-flaps.
Flip-flops.
If you have an abundance of photos, you can use the flip-flops to add more photos into your layout, and we're going to show you how to use those. So Lauren, let's look at your photos first.
Okay.
Let's take a look at everything that Lauren brought back, printed.
Okay, how do you want me to do this, Cindy? I brought back postcards. I printed obviously some of my most memorable moments. So you tell me.
So we're gonna divide this out. So she's got photos.
Okay.
And then she's got.
Do you guys recognize some of these sites?
Mementos. She's got like some mementos that she collected, postcards.
Yes.
Things along the way, tickets to where she went to an event or a location or whatever. So she's selected some of her favorite things and then some of her favorite photos. So what we're gonna do first. And this is just something that I like to do is I've got my layouts done, but I'm going to divide my photos by days. So let's take a look if we were to do these.
Okay.
So like if I was saying, Lauren, I wanted you to take these and divide them out by your days. We kind of did a little bit of a little
just
planning.
sectioning, but yes, absolutely. You want me to do that now? Okay.
Yeah. So she's going to go through and kind of place by day which ones go together. And kind of like lay them on top of each other.
Okay,
so
you
then
want me to
that
just
way
stack 'em?
you're like, that's day 1.
Okie dokie. We had some packed days. Hopefully, if you guys see in the comments some of the very famous Parisian sites, call them out in the comments. Okay, let's see.
And then
here.
we've got like day 2 when you went to
went to Versailles. That was incredible. Okay. Let me see.
And then
here.
you did that night cruise. That
Yes.
was so fun.
We did a dinner cruise on the Seine River. That was incredible, and got to see the Eiffel. Can you guys see that? That was the Eiffel Tower at night glittering. That was incredible. So that was one of the excursions we did. This was us on a tuk-tuk ride, which drove us around the city, and me and my sister, these are my cute sisters, we were screaming, which I'm sure the Parisians really were quite fond of. Screaming because we were so excited to be there. At one point, my little sister did start crying when she saw the Eiffel Tower, but we're not going to hold her to it. That was actually a very cute moment. Okay, let's see here.
And then tell us all about the food.
Oh, goodness. Okay, I mean, I have all of these photos of my food. I mean, the thing about... I have never been to France, and the food is so simple and so good. Like that was, I knew to expect good food. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Like I'm getting distracted. I knew that the food was going to be good. I knew that because it's France. Hello. But I did not expect how simple things were going to be and how good and simplistic the French food was. I mean, that was just on another level.
So she's got a lot of photos that are food related. So we're going to kind of do a page that has all about food. She's got some more sentimental, and it's kind of like a special memory. So we've got to kind of organize by the order of our pages. So we're going to just keep these in order. And what I like to do is I know that these are together, and I kind of like divide them like this.
Okay.
So we're gonna have you go ahead
Yeah.
and stack them.
Stack.
And then these pieces, as we're starting to finish her pages, we're just gonna kind of collaborate and kind of put them in places. So if you do, if you have some of these, like you're like, oh, I don't want to ruin them, or I don't want to get rid of them, you can easily take photocopies of these.
That's a great tip.
Go get a printer done and
Yep.
take photocopies.
You
and
can
then
do that at like like anywhere local.
anywhere
yeah.
local, or if you have one at home. So
Yep.
let's go ahead and we're going to start doing our very first spread. So Lauren, let's pull down our photos for first day.
Okay, let
and
me
what we're going to
see.
use. And I'm going to give you some
Okey-dokey.
tips about how to do
Okay.
photos.
Well, we ended up going to the Louvre. We did a lot, you guys, but we did the Louvre, Notre Dame, and Saint Chapelle, and that was absolutely incredible. I mean, like jaw dropping. The Louvre blew my mind. And we got to go inside of Notre Dame, which is a very special moment because it recently reopened, and so it was just incredible. But stop me because I'll go on and on and on about my trip.
Okay, so this picture we're going to put. Let's see, let's like
Miss
this
Venus
is
de
here.
Milo over here, and here's Miss Mona
We
Lisa.
love these, but I think like with a 4x4 or 4x6, you don't really need to show, but like just a little bit of that memory.
Yeah, because I want the like prominent picture, like let's
And
see.
I think we could do this one here because it has, we can kind of just capture the main image and then get you in
Get
it
us
a little
kinda
bit.
cropped, okay.
Yep. And then this one, let's go ahead and put this one over here.
Okay.
Because we, of course, this is seeing Mona Lisa, so we've got to make
That was
sure we have some
amazing.
Mona Lisa
I
there.
almost like lost my leg trying to run up the Louvre steps. I ran into a stanchion, and I said that was my favorite souvenir was the massive purple bruise on my leg.
the paper bruise.
Yeah, the big purple bruise. From
And then we've
seeing
got
Mona
this
Lisa.
one. Now it's really large, but I think what's really important is that you just remember that you saw
Yeah,
that
exactly.
in person. And then we've got two more, so she's
Okay.
got quite a bit. So
Yeah,
this is
we have a
where
lot.
We're gonna probably fit in our ability to have some flip flops.
Perfect.
All right, and then we're gonna do this one.
Yeah, because I love that you said that because, when I look at all these pictures, I'm like, how?
How do you
because
choose?
I'm looking at the layouts and I'm like, oh my God, I think I brought in like over 40 photos.
Yes.
So I love that the flip flops are going to be utilized in that way.
Okay, so here is my major tip about photos. I have created this little cute little. Want to show them in the thing?
I do.
So I took window sheets and I cut them to the size of the photos. So one's a 3x3, one's a 3x4, and one's a 4x4. Because of the window, what I can do is I can take them, I kind of put a little clip on them to keep them all together.
Genius. For cropping.
So now what we can do is I'm going to pull this off and we're going to do some cropping, and Lauren can then select how she wants to crop her photo.
Okay.
So, Lauren, if we take this one, you want to show how you would lay that on top and find out where it goes?
Shout out to my sister for taking this really cute picture of me. Okay, so let's see here. If we're going to use, I'm thinking we still want some of the beautiful blue sky.
Yep.
But my pants are kind of doing a fun plaid thing. I told you I wasn't kidding about the plaid gingham moment. What do you think about that, Cindy?
I like
think
that.
we should. I like the sky. I like the pants. I'm thinking that would be really cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now pick up both pieces together
Okay.
and then place it in the cutter, and then you want to remove the window sheet before you start cutting. And then this is where you just cut one side first, and then you're going to flip it over and cut the 4 at 4
I'm
inches.
just going to do one more check right here just to make sure I'm lined up properly.
Oh, I see everybody's are loving this idea.
Yay! This is a
Yay.
great idea, Cindy. Okay. And
Now,
then-
I think this is a great, because I'm always wondering, like, how do I crop this? Well, what if I crop it and cut it and then I don't like where
Yeah,
it is?
right.
So this will give you the opportunity to be able to
You
be
guys,
secure with what you're cropping.
Look how perfect. That still looks amazing.
So cute.
And then we knew how to do it. We weren't going in blind. I mean, that's fabulous.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so Lauren, I want you to take
Okay.
this one.
I'm gonna
and
hand this
let's
to
do
you.
this
We'll
one.
trade.
I'll
Okay.
start
This-
adhering the photos.
Does anyone know where this is from in the comments? Does this, I kind of said it earlier, but this is from a pretty cool place. You said a 3x4, Cindy?
It's a 3x4.
Okay, and I think I'm going to do, I want to get those beautiful arches of those windows. So I think I might just go straight in from the bottom on that.
So we're not using the 3x3 yet.
Oopsie daisies. But Cindy, this tip is so genius.
If you're a first-time scrapbooker, it really does help you to feel secure about like cutting photos.
Okay.
I always feel like I have to print a bunch of photos and then I'm not really sure if I like them or not. So, okay, 4x4.
4x4. We obviously want to get.
Well, I love that you can print all of your photos without knowing what your scrapbook layouts are yet.
Yes.
And just a 4x6 and then make them work.
Yep,
Like, this
make
is
them
blowing
work.
my mind.
Well, and you don't have to have the entire photo. Like if you were to look at this, you kind of get the idea of where you were, what you were doing, what you saw. But you don't have to have the entire photo to remember that.
True. I still feel like
Perfect.
we got a good amount on this. Perfect.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, now this one we're going to do 3x4. So it's going to be really cropped down
I'm
because
gonna probably crop in on all the
All
sides.
of it, yeah.
Because this is another. I'm quizzing everyone here. This is another very famous photo, or not photo, but painting from the Louvre, which was amazing. So I'm gonna go way in here. You see, you get the hang of it. Let's check it out one more time. How we want this. Okay.
and I love that it just gives you kind of like where to cut it. Make sure you cut it this one side and then you're making sure that the measurement on the other side is true.
Okay, try and make sure that works.
Yep.
I did that right. Okay.
Now these are all going to be 4x4, the ones
Oh.
that I'm handing you.
Okay.
So while she prepares those, I'm going to talk to you about flip flaps.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is very new to Stampin' Up. We have a 4x4. We also have a 3x4 and a 4x6. We also make a 3x3, but we're not using those today. We're just using these 3 packs. So flip flaps are kind of like exactly what it is. It's a flap. So you could add more photos. So it has an adhesive strip here, and then it has an ability, like a pocket, so that way you can put more than one photo in it. So it's like this. So one of the things people ask all the time is, how do you apply these? So the thing that you want to do is, because it has an adhesive, you can apply it right on top. And if you do more than one, which would be like a waterfall, you actually want to space them out a little bit, because if you lay them right on top of each other, the pages would look like this once you get your photos. They're kind of like, it would be like bent. So you don't want to do that. So I'm going to just add this. Whoops, I'm going to make sure my strip is down. Okay, it's on this side. And I'm going to turn this backwards, and I'm going to lay this right here. Am I doing this right, Abby? Yes. So there you go. Now, another thing about the flip flaps. You can place them exactly on your page, or if you want to, put this page in the page protector and then place this on top. It depends on what you want to do. And then also, you could always make a cut into your page protector and slide this through. It's a little more difficult to do, so I recommend either placing it inside, pull your scrapbook pages out. I love the interactive of scrapbooking, so that way you can have, like, you're pulling things out and you're remembering when you made this page and you're remembering the trip. All those bring back all those memories of when you were at the trip. And so I think sometimes pulling out those scrapbook pages and pulling them open, and that makes it feel more.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing you're going to do is then when you select this photo underneath, which Lauren, what page do we want to have on the top?
Okay, I think I definitely love the Mona Lisa with my sister's moment was kind of amazing.
Okay, so we're going to slide this one
Okay.
back up underneath.
Okay.
And because we have room here on the top, we're going to put one here and
that
one
is
here.
so cute. Okay,
Right?
I love that. I mean, this is a group picture of us at the like in the at the Louvre, the entrance. I can't find the
So
word.
you want to put that one there?
I don't know, maybe. Yeah, put
Yeah.
this one here, and then we'll put Miss Venus de Milo separately.
In this side. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to place this one, and you place it right on top of the flip flap fold that you have here. You just place that on the top.
Okay.
And then this one will go on this side. Now, the other thing you can do with flip flaps is you could do like a journaling right here. So like a little
love that.
behind the scenes story, something that's sentimental to yourself.
I love that she's hidden, because in the Louvre, if any of you have ever been, me and my sister had to go find her. We had to go on a search because she was in a completely separate wing.
area.
So it's actually hilarious, and I'll have to journal this, that like, of course she's a little hidden because we really did have to go find her.
Yep. Okay, so we've got this page done,
Okay.
but I feel like we need to add something a little bit more.
Okay.
So Lauren's got this really cute postcard that she made of Paris, and
Yep.
we love how this kind of goes with the color.
Yep.
And this also goes along with her day that she was in Paris
Yep.
and the special day. So
We
we're
were
gonna
all over.
we're gonna take a little bit of adhesive, and we're gonna add this right behind this little piece. And so I
we need
thought
to
it would
cut it
be
at all?
nope. We're going to
Perfect.
put it right underneath. And I think it's fun to have it to be like a little bit more of a diagonal. It's kind of like just an additional little piece that you've added. But when you have those little pieces,
That
it
is
kind of adds a little bit
amazing.
special to have a little bit more pop of
Wow.
color there. So now we can pull this off
Oh, right.
and put that sticker sheet all the way down.
That looks amazing.
Okay, so wait. I think we've got some more to do.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you about doing some titling with some more dies. So, special day, well, I think it needs like a little finishing piece,
Okay.
right? So let's say special day in Paris. You could totally write it, but let's go back and let me show you and share with all of you
Okay.
some fun things. So we've got some die cuts, and I wanted to share with you the ones that we have. So I'm going to pull these out. These are kind of the mini alphabet dies. We also have the, which is so funny, it's the alphabet a la mode.
Yep.
So we have the alphabet a la mode as well. So we've got these two dies that are currently available for alphabets, and they're great for scrapbooking when you want to make your own titles.
Okay.
And so what I thought I would do is I would do some cutting of these letters
Okay.
that we could use for all of your pages.
I love that.
So what I've done is a little bit of a handy little trick, and I bet you don't even know about this, Lauren. So we have two-tone cardstock.
Right.
Right? I've cut it down to 6 inches, 6 by 12 inches.
Okay.
And we sell adhesive sheets. Do you know what an adhesive sheet is?
Nope, but I'm sure you're going to tell
I'm gonna
me.
tell you. So our adhesive sheets make all of our dies have a sticker, like a sticker back. So what you can do is you can take this sheet.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to add that because we want the darker color. We're going to flip it over.
Okay.
And then we're going to pull away the top layer. So there's some lines here that you can pull away like so. Be very careful. It takes a little bit of time. Do it slowly, pulling one off at each other. This is going to be sticky, so don't touch. Try not to touch it. Look at me. I'm trying to get that. There we go.
I know. Okay.
Okay. Ta-da, and I got one more. And these are made 6 by 12, so this is perfect for our 12 by 12 cardstock packs for our two-tone. All right, so now this is all sticky.
Okay.
Now I'm going to take this over, and I'm going to place it crookedly.
Well, you could even lay this on its back
and then lay
place it
down.
on top.
Yeah. So now I've got this adhesive sheet
Wow.
ability. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to run my dies with all my dies, right? So this is what it looks like when I ran them all through. I was able to get all of these letters cut. I just laid them all, the dies on top with all of these dies that we had, right? So I just laid them on top and cut them multiple times. This one cuts like mini letters all at one time. This one you have to kind of cut, lay them all out, and then cut it all at once. So they're kind of like all over the place. So, but then look at this. I've got
Wow.
adhesive backed dies,
That's
letters
perfect.
that are ready to go for all kinds of scrapbooking
And we don't have to be
projects.
like painstakingly like
And we don't have to
glue
use
it.
glue.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
We don't have to use any glue whatsoever.
Okay, that's perfect.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
So much fun.
That is so creative.
So Abby has put in both of these links to these die cuts that you can get,
Okay.
as well as our adhesive sheets.
Perfect.
So, all right, so let's go back
Okay.
and pull these out. We're going to add the words in Paris
Okay.
to our title. So we're going to say a special day in Paris.
I love it. Okie dokie. You want me to pull them all out? Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
In
just kind of
Paris.
find the in
Here's a
Paris
P.
part.
Here's an A.
And what's so great about these is now because we've used those adhesive sheets on the back, we just pull those off and they're ready to stick. So we're just going to place.
Need to find an I. Here we go.
We're just going to place them right underneath and then continue our title and make it a little bit more specialized for this.
Yeah, personalized.
This personalized for this event. So I like to do where I start off at the opposite sides, and then my spacing will be on in between. And I don't really like. I feel like you don't have to. I know, Lauren, you don't have to be like perfect, but this is really nice when you have leave you a little space. This is really nice when you have a line in your journaling that you can get it in there.
Sorry.
So start with the.
Need those?
Nope, I got it.
Okay.
Start with the I and go back this way, and then we'll make sure our space is good for the P.
Smart. Because I would have put the P in, and then I would have had to figure that out.
But look how now it's like it's pulling in this blue that's in the background of this first page that we used. So we're using the blue elements kind of as accents as well.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying not to get perfectionist with it.
It's okay.
But how fun, you guys.
Everybody love that? Oh, I see a lot of people saying I have adhesive sheets and not even used them.
I love that.
I love it. That's great.
Okay, I think we have just enough room.
Yep.
But seriously, I can't get over how easy this is compared to having to do.
And because we did like 3 cuttings, we have like 3 times the alphabet. So we can
is our
use
little P gonna fit?
Oh, it's gonna be a little tight. I might need to move this over.
Okay. And this is
In
Harry.
Harry. You have a little bit of window of time to move them over.
That's right.
How
Perfect.
cute.
Do you see that? Oh my gosh! Wow.
So cute. Now we've added title, we've added photos, we've done a flip flap.
Yep.
Now we just need to finish some journaling to tell
Okay.
your story, and
love
we've
that.
got page 1 done.
I love that.
Okay.
I can't believe how easy that was.
Everybody love it? We're going to continue on with page 2. Let's pull
Okay.
that one.
Let's do it. This is like the funnest part.
All right, so our second page, we are doing...
Let's see here. Oh, sorry.
We are going to go to your next pages,
Okay.
so let's pull out those.
Okie dokie. And look, let's see. This is on our trip to Versailles. It was amazing.
So we're going to do... I like the group photo as a 4x6. Anytime you have a photo that's like a group photo,
Okay.
you want to probably do in like a larger photo,
Okay.
a 4x6, because that's kind of like the special memory.
Okay.
And look, we've done this little like
Yep.
tag underneath there, so we can pull that out. And I just got to pull this up just a little bit more. Okay. And then place that down over.
I might need just a bit more adhesive here. Perfect.
All right, so now
Lisa
we've got...
on YouTube says she's going to recreate this for her Paris trip.
Oh,
How perfect is that?
That's great. I love that. It's a
that's
perfect one.
Fabulous. Okay, just to, that sticks down a little bit better. Okay.
All right, so we've got photos.
Okay.
Let's cut these down to this one. I
This
feel
is
like
amazing.
yeah, this was
Wow.
a big wow.
A
for you.
chapel in the chapel in Versailles. was
So grab
incredible.
your templates.
Okay, I gotta find them.
There they are. So we're gonna do a 4x4 in this.
Okay.
And then this one we're gonna really chop down, and we're gonna do a 3x3. So I pulled out my 3x3 template guide so that she can kind of follow it.
I want to get the beautiful pillars, but definitely some of the roof as well. So let's see.
Now, Lauren only has 3 pages for this one. And so we decided we wanted to pull a little bit more of a Versailles postcard that she got. And instead of a photo, she's going to overlay a postcard instead. So we're just going to leave this piece here because it really doesn't matter that it's there. We're just going to place this on top. So we're going to add our postcard, a little bit of memory, and I'm going to just do a little bit of moving this under because it is rather large and we want to still show a little bit of the little flag there at the bottom. So I'm going to move this up here like this. Well, come on. There we go. Okay. And then let's add this 4x4. So we're going to try to get through all the photos today for all of Lauren's album, but we're going to have Lauren also go back and add all the journaling and capturing all those special moments that happened during her trip. And I always recommend that you do that like right away.
Yeah.
Or else like take a little like audio
yeah.
note of what you did, because I can guarantee you in like 3 weeks from now you're going to forget what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go.
Wow.
Page 2 is already done.
So fast.
I think that what we could do if you wanted to, we could do a celebrate and have a little extra little border there so we can go back and add some more text.
Do we want to add any? These are from my This is my tickets
Oh,
from
yeah, let's do
Versailles.
that.
Should we add these in somewhere maybe?
I think so. I think we
have-
could maybe
what do
just
you think, like here?
tuck them like underneath, like
Oh,
they're
that's
just coming out.
Yes. Oh, yes. I love
So then that way you have those tickets like and you're remembering that.
Oh, okay. That's really.
So place them how you want them and
okay.
hear them
Ooh,
down.
I'm scared. Okay. I love these. Help me.
And I
somebody
think
else.
what I'll do also is we've got some of the sticker. I might add another little sheet over here. Where is that? Okay.
Cute.
How you doing
Wow.
there?
I just went for it. I just wanted to see a lot of it, so I kept him up top. I didn't tuck him in, but I thought that was way cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, what can I help you with?
I am just getting this little piece out here. So remember we cut that blue one?
Yes.
So let's cut the orange one and put that over here. I always think that you have to have like little, it doesn't have to be a whole journaling thing. It could just be the day that you were there or what you remembered or anything like that. So I think that's kind of like the special things that you want to do. So I'm just going to add a little bit over here so she can write something about this day and loved this photo or
Cute.
something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so there's page 2.
Wow.
Let's go to page 3.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
I can't believe how fast this is going.
Okay.
It's so fun.
All right.
see here,
So this was
next.
page 3. This was the one with the big flower that we did. So we're wanting to do
let's
something,
think.
a large flower and a large photo. So we were saying how your Paris photo was like the most special photo.
Yeah.
This one here.
Yes.
So I feel like
Let's
it needs
do
to
it.
have a center stage.
Yeah,
don't you
100.
think?
Oh, 100. I would never want to cut that down.
Okay, so let's add some adhesive.
Cindy, somebody was asking if they wanted to add sparkle.
Ooh, my kind of girl.
How would you go about doing that?
So I think as long as it's something that's flat. So if we have like more something that's rounded, like a round oval or a rounded dot, that's going to be too heavy or too space-wise. So if you have something that's flat, like a sequin or a smaller, flatter pearl, you could use. So because you're going to be putting it inside of a photo protector and then putting in an album, when you begin to add more and more layers, your book is going to get wider and wider and wider. So you want to make sure that you have enough space. The whole idea for an album, when you put these in an album, is the album is still staying straight. It's not that the album goes wider. Does that make sense? So the more
yeah.
and more you put in it, if your album's going wider, it's not going to look so good. But if you keep adding stuff where it's not so thick and it's like narrow, your album is narrow rather than going wide, that's going to be better.
Okay, that's a great tip.
So it just depends on how much you want to layer. I love layer.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love layer, but in a scrapbooking format, it's not really needed.
Okay.
You don't really need to
Good.
do it.
Good thinking.
All right, so we're going to cut these down to 3x4.
Okay.
And this one's 3x4. And then this one, Lauren, this is such a cute photo, and I don't want to chop it like to a little 2x2. So I'm thinking maybe we'll just kind of focus on
Yeah, the
cutting
cake.
it down.
Yeah, it was my sister's 24th birthday, so it was a fun, special memory that
Yes.
day. Okay.
And the other thing we forgot to do is, where's that blow out the candles?
Oh, right here. Wait. Well, it was right here. It was.
It was right there.
It's in a pile somewhere. Unless it's in here.
We'll find
We'll
it.
find it. We got lots of piles.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if I have it over here in all these piles. of
I
stuff that we
know.
have. I'm sure your desk looks the same.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm just trying to get this down.
Well, what I would do is I would place this blow out the candles. I would place it right here because this was like when they were celebrating with Lauren's sister for her birthday. Oh, 3x4, sweetheart.
Whoops, what did I do?
3x3.
Okay, great.
It's okay. It's all good. So what we're gonna do?
My bad.
3x4.
Okay.
We're gonna just place this, and then
Well, do you want to switch it?
Oh, and put the cake one here?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
Let's
whatever.
do that. Let's
Okay,
do that.
okay.
Let's put the cake one here.
Okay, so the cake
So
will be
3
3
by
by 4.
4.
Okay, sorry about that.
And then we'll put this one underneath here.
Okay.
Hey, anytime you can pivot, it's okay.
Amen.
All right, so we're just gonna place this photo. It's a 3x3 right underneath here. So this is kind of like when they were on the boat.
Uh-huh.
And it's not like a big memory, but it's just like a small little tiny memory that you kind of don't want to forget. And how it looked. So she's gonna do the cake, and we're gonna put it right next to the cake. So there's that connection with that it's a birthday. her cute little sister right there.
24. She makes me feel old. Love you, Maddie. Okie dokie. Almost done.
You're good. You're doing 3x4?
Oh my god.
You just got it wrong again.
I did. What am I doing? I need to be stopped. All good.
Cut this one in
Oh,
3x4. Guess what we're gonna do? We are gonna
Yeah.
We're gonna place it in here, and I'm
We're
gonna
just
go
real life crafting.
Yep.
Yeah. We've
Lots
been
of
doing this a
people
while.
3x4.
relating in the comments,
Follow your
so
3x4.
you're not alone.
I know. I'm sorry, Cindy.
You're good.
I'm sorry, Cindy.
You know what we can do though? This is a great way to add maybe another cupcake
Okay.
or something
Oh,
like that up
cute.
here on the top. So I think that it's fine. We can grab.
That is so funny. I'm
see.
sorry. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, no sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so here's a really cute one from the designer series paper. I'm just gonna add this right to the top. Not a problem. Look how cute.
You're amazing.
That's easy.
You are
to
such a problem
fill
solver.
in. Ta-da!
Okay, and this
Super
I
cute.
swear is a 3x4. Okay.
3x4.
Almost
And then
done.
we've got this little tag down here that's easy for journaling. So we can add, she can add all about her sister's
Cute.
memory. I measured that first before I put it down. All right, there we go.
Cute. That
Okay.
was perfect.
And there we go. Super simple. I am going to go back. Let's add, do you have that sticker?
Which one?
The sticker strip. Where's that sticker strip?
Sticker strip.
Yeah, the one that we just cut from.
Right here.
Yeah, right behind me.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're gonna cut, let's cut the green one, the light green. And we're gonna add a little bit of that journaling right here on the side so she can say something about Paris, my favorite view, something like that that she can add to the page. And just a little bit of journaling.
Perfect.
Hey, Cynthia and Lauren,
I have a quote from a demo that I think is pretty great.
Tell us.
No mistakes, only chances to embellish.
Oh,
there
amen. We
you
wouldn't have
go.
this cute piece of cake without
That's
that.
so good. I love that. That's great. Okay, so now look at that. We've got a page. We're done.
Wow.
Like, this is our next one.
I can't believe how fast this is going.
We're so close to the end.
Wow.
Okay, let's go on to this one.
Okay.
So we are on our, we're going to do some stamping in this one and add a little bit more of the stamping to the elements to this. So we have, she's got this beautiful picture of,
I'm thinking that needs to go
yeah,
down.
that goes there.
Wow.
And then these are going to be cut down to 4x4 and 3x4.
Okay, so I'm thinking Cute Sisters, Group Eiffel, Arc de Triomphe.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and start cutting those down. 4x4.
All
I'll
of
give you
them?
that. Nope, just do
Nope,
that
just
one.
these two.
And then I'll give her this one so she does.
So don't get confused.
So
Lauren,
we're going to quickly.
your mom is in the comments and she's saying how special this is and how she's inspired to get back into scrapbooking now too.
Oh, I love that.
You know what? I have
That's
to say, I have to
great.
shout out my sweet mom because I'm the oldest of 3 girls, and you can see my cute sisters and I here. We all went on this trip to Paris, but my mom scrapbooked a ton growing up, and I have to say, as the oldest daughter, my scrapbook at home in Texas is about. It's thick. It is thick. And so, Mom, thanks for capturing all those memories. You should definitely get back into scrapbooking. That's amazing.
I love it.
Don't ask what my sisters look like.
They probably don't have one.
I think my youngest sister's is like, I'm shocked she has one, but she does. She does.
Well, my first daughter has one. My second daughter does not.
That's amazing.
All right, and then I thought it would be fun to add a little bit more of the words. So we're going to add in the a la mode, and I'm going to do bonjour.
Bonjour.
Right? Because this was kind of like a little trip that you.
We really
this is the
did.
first day?
Yes.
Okay.
We really tried to speak French and to be respectful, and I think we got pretty good near the end.
That's awesome. All right, so we're just going to grab these little alphabet a la mode. They're a little
Okay.
bit thinner, so I want you to go ahead and pull the bonjour.
Bonjour.
Because
Okay.
I don't know French, sorry.
Yeah, you'd think 3 years in high school for me I would have secured that, but
All right,
you got the
so-
B. Okay.
Yep, so we're going to start with a B over here. And I love giving titles, especially when you're other languages or
You're gonna
special
put that
things.
R right here so we can fill in.
Yes, and then you can fill in between.
Someone spell check me if you see I'm doing it wrong.
Just
Okay.
going to lift that a little bit, and we're going to place our photo inside underneath. Are you sticking them down?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Am I supposed to?
Yes. The other thing you can do too, if you want to make sure this gets lined up, you can use a ruler to give you a straight edge.
Smart.
And so that way you have a nice straight edge to lay it against. So that I like sometimes, you know, if it's not exactly perfect, it's okay.
What? No, I'm just kidding.
Let's go ahead and cut this one down.
Where is my U? Okay, I need a J, an O, a U, and a J. Okay, perfect. Do you want me to cut down and you do stickers, or you want me?
Yeah,
to,
let's do
okay.
that.
This
As
is
long
in
as
a 3
by
by
4.
4.
So we got the J. Love these sentiments, or these little adhesive backed. So see our J, it's just a little bit tight, so I'm gonna see if I can move that real quick. Let's see, yep, it came right up. And then the J,
Thank
and I'm
you.
gonna have that R just overlaying that
Perfect.
balloons a little bit. But how cute is that? I love it. That looks great.
Perfect.
All right, look
Wow.
at this.
Are you? Oh, wow. That is a wow.
It like completes the page, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It totally does.
So I feel like we need to add some stamping. We
Okay.
haven't done any stamping
Okay.
yet, and I want to go back and do a little bit of stamping. So I'm going to share with you Wildflower Celebration stamp
Cute.
set. This is specifically designed for scrapbooking. So we've got some additional sentiments for scrapbooking, but I think you could also use them for cards.
Yeah.
But also what's really great to use is that it matches the same treatment as the other suite. So we have a suite that connects to this, which is the Wildflower Birthday.
Okay.
And so you can use that stamp set also with this whole entire scrapbooking.
That's
But We're going to
amazing.
use these. So Lauren, I went ahead
Okay.
and did some cutting already.
Perfect.
And what I love about our photopolymer stamp sets is that if you cut something to size and then you stamp it, it's like done.
Okay.
Or you can cut it out. You can stamp it and cut it afterwards. But this is like live TV,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
So we're going to do it this way. So I want you to stamp. Let's give you the smaller
Okay.
one. And I'll use the bigger one.
Thank you.
And so again, and let me just bring it up here so everybody can see
Yep,
what you're
thank you.
doing.
Thank you.
And then place it down.
I've
Pull it
worked
up.
at Stampin' Up! 4 years. I should know how to do this, right? There you go.
That's so
Yay!
cute. Okay, and then I'm going to do the Celebrate. I
Cute.
love this
That's
big
a nice big boy.
Celebrate. So fun. And I'm going to do a little diagonal to make sure that ink pad.
Nice.
And then, again, holding the edge and just placing down.
Yeah, that's a game changer that you can see that.
See that through there. And then because it sticks a little bit, I'm just going to then pull it off. And then there
Oh,
we go.
Cindy, wow.
So, and then
Everything's a wow.
everything's a wow.
Wow.
And then, of course,
Oh, yeah.
make sure you clean with your
Yeah.
chamois to clean off
This
your
thing
photopolymer.
is unreal.
These do tend to do a little bit of staining, but that doesn't mean that they can't be used many, many,
Yep.
many, 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 many times.
Absolutely.
So again,
Perfect.
simple to use this stamp set with this whole thing.
'Kay.
So what we're gonna do, and you notice I didn't do any fussy cutting.
No.
Nothing. All we're gonna do is just add this to the page. So I like this Celebrate. And I'm gonna place this like here, like Celebrate.
Oh, I love. It was such a celebrate
And
moment.
then you can add the cheers.
I mean, that is so cute. Or where do you want this?
How about like over in here?
Oh,
Just so it
oh.
leans longer.
What do you think about that?
So cute.
I love that. Wow. Sorry, I'm screaming like I was in Paris. The locals loved us.
All right, so there we go. And now that page is finished. So this was the first page of our additional pages
'Kay.
that we repeated
That's right.
the sketch, or the template. There we go. Let's go on to the next one.
Perfect.
I see we are almost there. All right, so we've got
So close.
this one. So close. So let's
Okay.
go. Oh, this is probably Lauren's favorite page because this is all talking about the yummy food that she ate.
Yeah, really. Oh gosh, Cindy, I don't even know where to begin with all of this.
So she's got such fun little things like the flip flaps. Could be really fun to pull in a flip flap here and place this somewhere. She's got where the restaurant that she had was.
Oh, that was an amazing restaurant. Yes.
So super fun. We're gonna do some flip flaps in this
Okay.
because she has so much to
So
do.
many incredible food memories.
Yes.
I mean, wow.
All right, so let's
Okay.
start with.
What do you think?
I'm thinking this was like kind of like your.
Croque
like-
Monsieur.
Yep.
The sandwich of. I'm screaming again. The sandwich of. I'm gonna say Paris. I don't know. Someone fact check me. France, Paris. I'm thinking Paris, but
Yep.
maybe France. Incredible. Incredible.
So let's cut this one down to a 3x4.
3x4. Got it.
And then this one, I'm going to cut down to a 3x4 as well.
Okay.
So you've got lots of all these yummy ones. And I love these ones of her eating the food, which is so cute. So we're going to put this one here and this one over here. And then I think this one, let's see, we've got so much.
I know. We
yummy
have so much food.
goodness.
I truly made sure if you're ever going to go anywhere where you know you're going to have incredible food, take pictures of everything you eat
So you
because you're going to
remember
look
'em.
back and you'd be like, oh, that was an incredible bite. That was an incredible moment. That was a really good. Someone told me to do that. I think one of my sisters, and that was a great hack.
This
Wait a
one,
second.
And this one.
4x3.
Okay.
I did it wrong.
No, 4x3. So just make sure it says
Yep.
we want to do it. Yeah, however way.
There you
Remember,
go,
we're going
look.
to turn it though.
Yeah.
'Cause it's going to go horizontal. We have an extra one here.
Is this okay?
Oh yeah, we have this one. So this is going to go like this. So you think that that's okay, or I think it's something like
Oh,
this.
I see what you're saying. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So directional is really important when you have a photo like this because, you know, even though you're taking it this way, like if you only want to use part of it, that's where those little window sheets come very in hand so that way you know exactly where you want the placement for the
I think
photo.
we're good to go on that.
Okay, then this one is a 4x4.
A 4x4. Okay.
4x4.
Don't cut my head off. Okay.
So this one's right here. So cute. And then I think I'm going to add a little bit of a journaling so she can talk about how it's her favorite. Like that was one of her favorite foods, and that it's like the specialty of that country. So
Okay.
I'm going to add a little bit of journaling right here. I love this on the
That's so
side.
good.
So she can say
Perfect.
my fave.
4x4, right?
4x4.
Okay.
We need a 4x4 of this one
Okay.
and a 4x4 of this one. We're going to put a
Okay.
flip flap right here.
Yes.
Because she has so many. So cute. Oh, we did this one. We forgot to put the
Uh-oh.
thing underneath. Oh no.
Did it rip?
Yeah, I did.
Well, we can fix it.
It's okay. We have no problem.
Woo! Never happened. 4x4.
Okay. And then we're going to grab a 4x4 flip flap. So I'm using the 4x4. I love these. These are just, and there's so much you can do with these. Really, there is. Make a shaker card.
Sorry. That is so. Hot
So
chocolate in
cute.
Paris was unreal.
Yummy. All right, and now I'm going to take this.
Lauren, we have some French and Parisian demos and people in the comments saying that they're so glad you came to visit and they loved you too.
Oh my, that is literally amazing. Everyone, like I said, I went with 9 people. Most of them very loud, rowdy Texans. And like I said, we tried to be on our best behavior, but the Parisian people were so kind to us. And it was just an incredible trip. So thanks for being so kind.
Oops, I did that backwards. I knew that was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
So on this one, I'm going to lay this one on top. So this one's going to go here. And then Lauren, we're going to place this one. So
Oh, yeah.
just so you keep that
So
little
cute. I love that
memory of
keepsake.
where
Yeah, we
you
had
are.
such a fun, crazy dinner that night. It was
So look at that.
so fun. That's
Little
perfect.
flip-flop.
That is such a game changer.
Yeah, right?
And can I just say that, we did all the legwork in the beginning to get the kit completed, the scrapbooking kit completed, but it's like boom, boom, boom. This is the best part.
Yes.
Reminiscing, you have your photos, and this is taking just no time at all.
And it's like as long as you do a little bit of pre-planning,
Uh-huh.
it's really not that. It's not like it's going to take you like 2 weeks to complete this.
Absolutely.
So you could probably do
This
it
is like
in a
an
nice
afternoon, I feel like.
It's basically a National Scrapbooking Day
It's
thing.
almost as if. Okay,
All
what
right.
should we do here?
This is going to be a 3x4.
Okay.
All of 3 of these 3 are 3x4, and this one's a 3x3.
Okay, you're going to have to repeat that in a minute.
I know.
She said, I know.
I know.
Cindy
So
knows
she's-
me very well.
So we've got this really cute little thing. Now, I wanted to tell a little thing that I do. Sometimes when I print pictures out, I really hate to, like if I don't use them in my scrapbooking and I don't want to throw them away, I like just add them to my in-between. So like when this page goes up against another page, I will just store these little things and in between because I guarantee if I want to pull out these pages and look at them, I'm going to then look at all of this stuff too.
Yep. I
So,
love
or
that.
you could in the front of the book, you could have like a little pocket and add all your little souvenir pieces in there as well. So many different things you can do to save all those things or the
Nice.
extra photos that you have and not get rid of them.
Good tip.
Okay, so this one we're gonna use over here underneath these flowers. It's coming along together pretty fast.
Yeah. 3x4, right? Is that right? Okay, what else? Let's see.
Those are 3x4 as well, both
These
of those.
two?
Yep, we're gonna add a flip flap, a 3x4 flip flap to that as well. So we're gonna grab one of these.
Okay.
So some of these are directional, so you can go to the side or you can go from the top and bottom. So on this one, I'm actually gonna go to this side.
Okay.
Because the other ones we've all done are to the top. So I thought it'd be fun to do a side. So this one we're gonna pull off and I'm gonna place it on this side here. Because I already have this piece and I don't wanna go over that. So we're gonna do it a little bit differently. Lauren, we wanna put Lauren in the front.
It is my scrapbook. My sister's gonna be like, what? Seriously?
So it looks like this. How cute! I love it. All right, and
Okay.
then,
Truffle pasta.
yeah, and so this one is our 3x3 on the top. This is 3x4.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about that picture.
This picture right here, this was a panini that was, so my dad, my grandpa, my uncle, my aunt, and myself went to Normandy for the day. It was an incredible experience, and we had an incredible guide. And our guide, of course, we were in and out of the van the whole day around Normandy, and he said, okay, we're stopping for lunch. Here is this gas station, essentially the equivalent of like a gas station, rest stop kind of thing. Go in, the food's okay, you know, but he was not raving. I happened to get this kind of chicken and cheese panini, and as you can see, I have a Red Bull because we woke up at like 4:40 that morning to catch the train. This was like the best sandwich I think I've ever had. And this guy was like underplaying it. He was like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, this is the best panini I've ever had. And it was like sitting in the back of this van with my Red Bull and my panini. And I was just like, oh, I'm in heaven. In heaven. Okay, so this is 3x3, you said.
3x4.
Here.
Here, we're gonna do this side one here.
Okay.
All right, and then the other thing we thought about is doing a little bit of a word, a French word, and we thought we would place it right over on top of this tag that was from the designer series paper. And so she wanted to say, what did she want to say? Savor?
Oh, say a savor, but in French.
But in French.
Now, don't ask me to pronounce that.
Okay, I was like, how do you spell that?
Okay.
I got it.
And this is the 3x3, right? Amazing coffee in France as well. Oh my Lord. 3x3? Yes.
Yes, 3x3. I'm gonna try to find these letters. All right. Any questions so far? Anything? We're just kind of.
A lot of people loving flip flops. We have someone that says you are changing their mind about flip flops.
Yay! We love to hear that.
That is amazing.
This is one of the reasons why we wanted to come on here and just really share all about scrapbooking. This is an E. We need an E.
Okay. Can I help you?
Yes, please. You can
Here.
start putting them
Yes,
down.
Yes.
What do I need? An A. And I need a V. And a U.
Okay.
Now, the one thing you could do, Lauren, is you could kind of like
What do you
follow
want me
the. We could kind of follow
Like
the.
here?
Oh, no, we're here doing it here.
Oh, on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me put this back underneath there.
I'll go. I've learned now to not push them down totally.
Totally.
If we need to.
Yeah, because it gives you a little bit of time to play with it and move it a little bit. Oops, I'm going to try to get that in there. But somebody added a little bit too much adhesive. That would be me, not Lauren.
I was going to say, are you talking about me?
It's not Lauren. That's me.
Just say it, Cindy. It was me. It was me.
There
Okay.
you go. Okay,
Uh-oh.
looks great. So I would do the S and then the R,
Yep.
and then kind of go in with all the rest of
Yep.
the words. All right, so you still need a U.
I don't know how we're spelling. Do you have our spelling up, pulled up here?
Um,
S-A-V-O-U-R-E-R. Okay.
V. Yep.
We have some people who are saying you're making them hungry with these pages.
That's so valid.
love it.
I'm hungry. I mean,
Me too. Can we go to Paris?
Yes,
I want some
group
of this food.
Stampin' Up trip to Paris. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, social team takes Paris. Okay, let's see.
And then a
this
U.
O is now somehow.
Jessica has
yep.
a great question. Do flip flops come in an assortment or do they need to buy each size
Great
individually?
Good question. You have to buy individually. So all the 4x4s come together. All the 3x4s come together in one pack. And then you get the 4x6 in one pack. So with each one, you get 12 of each. And they both go horizontally or vertically on the adhesive on each one. So you get 6 of one and 6 of the other. So yes, you'll have to purchase these individually in order to get and use all of them. But believe me, when you do a scrapbooking, these come so handy for your multiple photos that you will never stop using them. They really are very helpful for scrapbooking.
Well, I've seen people use them for cards too,
Oh,
or
yeah.
make albums out of them. There are so many possibilities.
So many possibilities.
I think I'm gonna have to adjust these slightly. I'm always running out of room. Never. Yeah, help.
So what's great is that you can kind of just pull them up a
That's
little
so
bit.
nice.
Move them over.
That's what I'm learning is like for the accident prone. These are really movable pieces, which is so helpful because we all sometimes like to adjust things or you just want to get it just right. So this is massively helpful. Okay.
I think if you were using liquid glue, it would not
Agreed.
be.
Agreed.
Right? So,
Okay, we're gonna try to fit 2 more in here.
we go.
Ready? R-E-R-E.
I think we got it.
We got it.
Yay!
We did it.
Okay, and the other thing too that I love that if Lauren wanted to go back and maybe add a little bit more journaling in here, you could totally do that.
Absolutely.
So, and then we're gonna slide that one in there,
Perfect.
and we are almost done. We've got one more.
Wow.
group of-
You guys.
Look how cute this is. So fun, and I love the title. Great. All right,
Absolutely.
last one. So on this one, I went ahead and already I stamped and cut the word. So again, you don't have to say best birthday ever. You could stamp the whole thing and then like cut it into sections and just say best ever.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't have to like necessarily use, if it's not a birthday, you can use the stamp set in many different ways by just kind of collectively chopping it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so this one, we're going to be doing a little bit more of like the somberness. This is her day at Normandy. So we're going to do these here, and then we're going to add a little extra one down here.
Yes.
Because that's special. And then this
was
one.
in Montmartre, which was incredible. And me and my sisters got sketched. So, okay, here's our picture of us getting sketched. I don't know if you can see that. And then here's the sketch.
Pull it into the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So the question is, do you think that this guy nailed our features, or I'm on the left? But my cute mom, this was a really fun, fabulous experience, and we got to do it with my mom, and it was lovely. So that was a really fun day in Montmartre.
In Montmartre.
Well, I hope I'm saying that right. Good Lord.
Okay, so then on this one, I'm using a 4x6 flip flap. And I'm going to use the one that goes from the side so that it doesn't interfere with what's going on over here.
Okay.
And I think I might have done, there we go.
That's so nice.
Did that right.
Wow.
So fold that back.
Okay.
And then what photo do you want? Like, when we
think
open it, it'll be fun
I
to.
think
this one?
Sacre Coeur should be the main photo because it's just like so striking.
And then what you can do is place this one
I think
on
we'll
one.
do here because this is.
Yeah. So
And then maybe we put this like this. I could cut this down.
Nope, it goes underneath here.
Oh, this? Oh, fabulous.
So this one goes on top. And because we've had a little bit, we can kind of
okay.
move that over. And there we go.
Wow.
So now when she opens it, she sees like what
It's
she was
perfect.
doing, and then this is what happened, the results. And then this is like the beautiful blue.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
Now, Lauren, I remember you had something from,
Yes.
so you wanted to add this.
Yes, this would be so cute. This was just an open air restaurant right in the corner of Montmartre that we just sat in and just like took it all in. It was fabulous. It was a fun memory.
So we're gonna just, because it's blue, which just works really
I
great
know, I
with
love
this.
it. I
with
love
this.
that.
So we're just gonna place this
Looks
kind of
just like
underneath.
blueberry. Like it looks like the color. That's perfect.
So we're just adding a little bit. This is also a little thicker. This is like a corkboard kind of style. So, all right, now these I want you to cut to 3x4, and we'll add that.
Taking my
flip
little
flops,
guide that
little
Cindy
best
made.
ever.
This is the coast of Normandy. This is Omaha Beach. It was incredible, very moving day. But I think I want to make sure I get maybe right around there. This is so fabulous, Cindy, how you've done this.
We have a question on YouTube. How do you use flip flops with page protectors?
I'm sorry, I said it again.
How to use flip-flops with page protectors.
Oh, with page protectors. So if you were to take a page protector, you would first put the photo down on the photo that you want on here down. And then when you slide it into the page protector, you're going to take that flip flap and you're going to lay it on top of wherever you want it to be. The only thing is that you'll see this like white strip coming from underneath the photo on top of it. So this is like if I was, oh, I wish I had, we don't have the papers, we don't have paper keepers, so I'm going to have to pretend, okay? So we have like this here is the paper keeper. So you're going to adhere this to the top of the paper keeper and then you'll apply the photo underneath is what I'm trying to say. But when you take this out, there's going to be no photo underneath this. Does that make sense? I think so. So again, backtrack. Put your page in, lay your photo on top, lay your photo flap on top, lay your photo on top, and then add your other photos on top. So this is kind of like if you were to pull the page out, then your only thing that would be on your page protector is this flip flap and the photos.
Another way, so like the way that you're doing it with Lauren, is if you put it in the page protector, you could cut a slit in your page protector.
Yes.
So you don't have to take it out and you can pop it through.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So what you'd have to do is you'd have to place your page protector inside your page into the page protector. And then you can take an X-Acto knife and you can trim the edge and then you can just slide this underneath. It's a little tricky. And you slide this underneath and then glue it down. So then that page protector would be on the outside of the page protector. So 2 ways you can do it.
Maybe we'll do a video a
Yeah.
little later.
I love that. That's
Coming
great
soon
idea.
to a social media account near you.
the bench.
So
2x3? 3
Yeah,
by 2? 3
2
by
by
2? Okay.
yeah. So the last, we're going to add these last photos. Great questions about the flip flaps. I think that would be a really great way for us to do a little bit of showing how to do that. Let's get this one finished. We're almost there. And then this last one we're going to add is a little sentimental, very special piece that Lauren wanted to make sure that was in her book. So we're going to add it in this space right here, which means you not necessarily don't have to have any matting, but I think you just lay it over here and it becomes like a little special little memory. Like,
so powerful.
so right here, we're just going to place that right like so. And there we go. Now we've got enough space for your journaling.
Yes.
You can tell your little story about what you did.
I love that.
And it's all finished.
Wow. Wow.
So we are done. Can you believe it?
I'm shocked. Like, this is seriously incredible. I cannot believe in just a matter of mere hours we
Look
have
at that.
an entire book. I
Look
mean,
at that.
wow, you guys.
Let's move this all out of the way.
Let's show this.
Okay, before you flip through this,
Yes.
I think we should do one more giveaway.
Oh, Abby wants to do a giveaway.
Yes,
Woo!
let's do another giveaway. How would you like to get 3 sets of the flip? We're going to give away 3 of those flip flops to 3 people. So
Oh,
each
yes.
size. So we're going to give away the 4x6, the 4x4, and the 3x3.
Absolutely. Okay, so you guys, you know the drill by now. If you've been with us, we are gonna have you answer a question. What size of flip flops are you most excited to use? And I'm gonna say again, 4x6, 4x4, or 3x4. So we are gonna announce the winners in just a few seconds. So just put them in the comments, and we're gonna choose some winners. Okay?
Right now, because you have to stick around to be able to claim your prize. And then we're going to finish the album. Now, Lauren, I have something special for you that I wanted to do for you.
Oh my gosh, Cindy, you've already done so much for me.
So you had a couple extra little things, and I was like, I have to finish this. When you have an album, you have to have a beginning and an end, right? Because
Yes.
these pages all kind of go together.
Yes.
So you have to have a beginning, and then you have to have an end. So I took some of your favorite postcards from your trip, and I made you kind of like an intro page. And
This is making me emotional, Cindy. I don't know why. This is so sweet.
all little extra in your favorite paper.
And
your
my favorite
pattern.
paper. And you guys, I bought these postcards in France. I mean, this is perfect.
And all I did was just place that he's, the die cut letters right on top, and then added a little bit more from the strips of the paper from the designer series
It
paper.
looks incredible.
Again, added a stamping. Instead of saying birthday memories, you just write memories.
Perfect.
Kind of stamp it and cut it out. And so this is a great like intro to your page.
Wow.
And then of course, whenever you leave
There's more?
Paris, you have to say,
Au revoir.
there you go. So I made you your final night that you were in
Oh
Paris.
my gosh.
And so this is when they were at the Eiffel Tower and
We did a bus tour. We did dinner on a bus, which was crazy. So we got to see all of Paris at night, which was incredible.
So I'm using some of the strips, more of the pieces from the other elements, as well as a little bit of that flagging continues. So it kind of continues through. So let's go ahead and do our
Thank
entire.
you. That is incredible.
You're
Oh my gosh.
All right, this is like the most
Wow.
amazing. This is like fantastic.
Let's
go through this.
Wow.
All right, so we've
Okay.
got.
We're ready to announce our giveaway winner.
Already,
let's do
before
it.
we
Let's
do
do
that,
it.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we have our 3 winners. First, from Facebook, we have Colleen Anderson.
Woo!
YouTube, we have Cynthia S.
Woo!
And from Instagram, we have Stampin' Talent.
Woo!
Yes.
Congrats.
Please-
That is amazing.
Please email us at social@stampinup.com to claim your prize.
I'll say it one more time. Please email us at social@stampinup.com to claim your prize. We are so excited for our winners. Okay,
All
now
right.
we'll go through this.
Okay.
Almost done.
You ready? We're just going to go through this bit by bit, just so that you can see the overall completion
Yeah.
of it. And so you can walk through it. There's our little flip flap. Oops, sorry, I didn't do these in order.
That's
but we're-
okay.
So look at how
Look
cute.
at Versailles. I mean, you guys, seriously.
Look
Wow,
how
wow,
fun.
wow, wow, wow.
Like, this is like a complete book.
And I just can't imagine like how much money would have to go. Like if you tried to do this another way,
Yeah.
this would cost. Like this is the most
Oh, for sure.
cost-effective way, in my opinion, to do this. This is amazing.
As well as you have all these memories that you designed and you created yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that whole part of remembering it as you're putting it together is part of scrapbooking. That's
Yes.
the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I feel like I walked down memory lane just in our time together.
Yes, yes.
The flip flaps, the
flip-flaps.
panini, the macarons.
So fun.
Oh my gosh.
And then this last page we have here, this one.
Amazing, amazing.
So fun. I love the colors. It kind of complements. I love how you have the blue skies.
So
and
much
it
blue and
matches.
green.
Yes.
It's like with such a gorgeous weather.
And then, of course, then you've got that last
Oh.
page right here.
Wow. With the cakes is
cute.
just amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow, wow, wow.
All right, so your album is almost done.
Yes.
All you need to do is you need to add some journaling.
Yes.
Capture those memories. You're a writer.
Yes.
You are a writer, and you do so well to capture those memories and say it in such a fun way. So I'm sure that as you finish this, Lauren, would you come back and share the whole completed book with us?
I would be happy to. Absolutely. I
Yes.
want to flip through and show you guys the finished album with all my little doodlings and all of the journal entries I have.
So we'll post it in about a week. We'll have her finish it, everything, and then we'll be able to share with you live on our social medias.
I love that. I'm
Not live,
so
but
excited.
post it on our social medias.
That's amazing.
Okay, so, well, thank you so much for joining us. This replay will be available for 30 days on Facebook, and it will post to our YouTube channel so that you can go back and watch it, any of the sections at any time.
Okay, you guys. I mean, I feel like maybe one more giveaway.
I think so.
I mean, like, why not? At this point, you
let's
guys
do it.
have stuck around with us so long. You've been with us step by step through all of the happy little accidents. So we want to just give away. What are we giving away?
We are giving away
I guess I can pull them out.
everything that you saw here today. So,
Okay.
amazing. All
Should
right.
we list it out? What are we? Should we say?
All right, so we're going to be giving away the Wildflowered Celebration Scrapbook Workshop Kit. That's what we did in section 1.
Yep.
The next section,
We are going to be giving away the Wildflower Birthday Specialty Designer Series paper and the sticker sheet.
yes, as well as the Wildflower Celebrations 2-tone cardstock pack.
And a pack of the 4x6, the 4x4, and the 3x4 flip flaps.
But wait, there's more. We're going to give away the Wildflower Celebration stamp set as well. Can you imagine
This
everything?
is huge, huge. I mean, you guys could literally like copy paste. This is amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so you know the drill by now. We want you guys to please comment one thing you learned on this live stream. Now, we hope you've learned more than one thing. I know I feel like I've learned like 50 things, but comment the thing that you that we just will leave you with, and we are going to draw 3 winners on Monday, May 5th, and we will contact you. Okay. So thank you so much for being here.
And happy National Scrapbook Day. Don't forget about the 2-time Stampin' Rewards promotion that ends on May 3rd. Happy crafting! Bye!
Focused on the sharing and the chance we have to give. You can do most anything, so just do what you love. Live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of. What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say, it's Stampin' Up and it's our way to love, live, and share it today. To love, live, and share it today. Just look around and you can see it's so much more than stamps and ink. It's more than just a card you see. It's part of you, a part of me. It's creativity. So just do what you love, live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of. It's what you're dreaming of. What we